After an early stumble, India produced two dazzling nights of cricket under the bright lights of Kingsmead in Durban to book their place in the last four. Australia had their share of hiccups along the way as well, but when these Aussies win, they look utterly unbeatable. Tonight, the irresistible force meets an immovable object in an all-or-nothing semi-final. India versus Australia for the right to play Pakistan in the final of the very first World 2020. Bring it on. And an absolutely sensational evening here. The cloud has stayed away so far. And all is set for India versus Australia, the second semi-final. One team already in the final. We'll figure out in just a while who the second team will be. This welcome Durban has been wonderful for the ICC World 2020. Some big games played there, some close finishes here. The conditions pretty different from those in Johannesburg and Cape Town. And we'll wait and see if Australia can adjust. It's their first game under the lights here. Sunil Gavaskar is alongside me, and it's quite an occasion.
Oh, tremendous occasion. All of India will be keyed up, and Australia, of course, being the world champions in both formats of the game, they are going to be the side to beat. It's not going to be easy. The way they have come back after that initial hiccup against Zimbabwe, the way they won, the manner in which they have won, they've actually destroyed and demolished the opposition, and that can always send a scare into their next opponent. But India is a young side, it's a fearless side, it's a side that has shown a lot of gumption, a lot of courage, a lot of innovativeness, and therefore I think this will be a much closer contest.
Well, sometimes those two words go together, don't they? Young and fearless. We'll wait and see if that happens. Now the toss. India have enjoyed batting first so far in this tournament. What's going to happen? Here's Ravi Shastri with the two captains.
All set for the toss here. The coin will go up in the second semi-final shortly. Match referee Chris Broad from England. Mahendra Singh Dhoni, captain India. Adam Gilchrist, captain Australia. Dhoni will spin the coin. Heads is the call.
It's a tail, India won.
Tails, you won the toss again. What have you decided, Mahendra?
We'll bat again.
Looks a better pitch than the one you played against South Africa?
Yeah, definitely. I think they have taken off the grass. Looks like a flat wicket, but you never know. Durban, it does a bit in the evening, so definitely we'll expect some movement out here. But depends on the start. If we can get a good start, if we can have a big total, then we can really defend it.
What's the morale like in the dressing room? Must be good because you're on a roll at the moment.
Well, it's really exciting. As said, I think it's among the best dressing room environments I've seen in the recent times. The guys are very determined, very excited. So I'm looking forward for this game.
Big game. Australia, tough side.
Well, always, they are the people who set the standards out here. So let's see, we'll give them a tough fight, and we are here to play good aggressive cricket. That's it. Whatever the outcome is, doesn't really matter.
Any changes in the team?
Yuvraj comes in place of Dinesh Karthik.
Have a good one, Mahendra.
Thanks.
Well, Adam, you've lost the toss. Disappointed?
Oh, not really. No, it's looks like it. I think over 3 hours, it's not going to change too much. Conditions overhead, I think, should stay the same. It's going to swing around a little bit, it seems, in the games that have been played here before, but I think the surface will stay the same pretty much through the whole match.
You've not played in Durban. Does that make a difference, really?
That's right. We haven't played here, so that's why we're not so sure which way to go with the toss. So whatever you do, you've got to do it well, whether it's first or second with the bat or first or second with the ball. So we've studied the other games and had a look at the trends in those matches, but as I say, we've just got to be up to our skills today.
You got your A game out against Sri Lanka. You think you're peaking at the right time?
We hope so, because we certainly didn't peak in the first match. I think everyone saw that, but we've gradually got better. We've learnt more about it, like every team here. So we've enjoyed it, and as I say, we've studied other teams and what they're doing, and our bowlers have done a particularly good job. So it'd be nice if our batsmen can stand up with them again and put together a perfect team performance.
And what's your team put today? Any changes?
Shane Watson actually misses out. Obviously, he's strained his hamstring again, so he goes out, and Brad Haddon comes in, and Ricky's obviously still out.
Go well, Gilly.
Thanks, mate.
Well, that's the news from the centre. India have won the toss and decided to bat first.
Listen, that would have been the scenario they would have liked. So Gambhir, Sehwag, Yuvraj, Dhoni, Uthappa and Rohit Sharma. That's a pretty decent top six. Then Pathan Joginder Sharma gets another game. Harbhajan Srishant and RP Singh. So Dinesh Karthik having to miss out there. And that obviously means Dhoni's fit enough not just to play but to keep wickets as well. Now let's take a look at the Australian side. Seems a bit unusual seeing Brad Hodges' name at 3. No Ricky Ponting. How much of a factor is that going to be? No Shane Watson either, so Brad Haddon comes in at 7. I've seen Haddon bat at 3 as well, so that might happen. Simons, Hussey, Clark, they bat deep. But then Lee, Johnson, Bracken and Clark, they've done pretty well so far. India started well. They've got the toss they wanted. Australia believe that track won't change so much.
Well, it won't. It'll probably only get a little, ball will keep a little bit low. We saw that the other day as well when India bowled second, that the odd ball was keeping low, wasn't quite skidding as it did in the first innings. So that might be the only thing that will happen, and it actually will suit the Indian bowlers, because the Indian bowlers will not be as quick, as nippy off the pitch as the Australians. And for the spinners also, it might be just a bit of turn, not much, but just a bit of turn.
We'll wait and see. Now, we've identified a couple of players to watch out for, and first of all, the young Indian bowler who's fast, capturing everyone's imagination, bowled very well in England, and Sunny's had a very good tournament so far.
Yes, I think he's turning out to be a very thoughtful bowler, puts a lot of thought in his bowling. The way he went round the wicket the other day, he said in an interview that it was because he had bowled a wide of the previous delivery. But even then, to be able to go and change the angle, get the ball to move in to a particular type of batsman, and the odd ball where he's creating the angles. I think he's really come on very well since he came back in the Indian team in May this year, and he's improved in just about every match, and that's the hallmark of somebody who's putting a lot of thought into his cricket, and so that's only good news from the Indian cricket point of view.
For several reasons, you cannot look beyond Matthew Hayden. One, he's too big to look beyond, and the second, he's too good a cricketer. Met him just before the start of the tournament, Sunny, and he said there'll be a lot of runs here. For a man who wasn't sure of a one-day international place, he's enjoying himself. Your leading run scorer so far.
Oh, he's a fantastic player. He's amongst the greats of the game in both forms of the game. And once again, I think he's the example that players who might not make it at the beginning should keep in mind, because he started off his international career and didn't do well, then came back, and then look at the runs he's got. So I think if you persist, if you persevere, then you will you will get there. You need a bit of luck, of course, but he is a massive player.
How often have we seen Hayden and Gilchrist? It's just a sense of deja vu when those two come out to bat. Oh, the flags are out. Never forget what David Lloyd says every time he sees that. He said, once I retire, I'll sell India flags outside an India match, and I'll make a living doing that. Lots of Indian support here in Durban. Nice to see an Australian flag there as well, and the dancers are up and about. It doesn't matter to them who wins or loses. They're just going to go and have a great time. Right, and talking of having a great time, you can have a great time in this country as well. That's done a wonderful job of hosting the ICC World 2020 so far. And if you have time off from the cricket, there's a fair bit to go and watch as well. I think a lot of people coming here for the 2010 World Cup football will want to do this as well. Bungee jumping for some, not for some others. Food, drink, music and modernity. Got a nice little mix. That's what they're playing for. We know who's won the toss. What about the pitch itself? Here's Ravi Shastri and Michael Slater.
Standing on one of the mid-wicket fences here, the shortest boundary, just over 50 metres. There's no doubt that a Hayden and Gilchrist are going to target this area. So is Yuvraj Singh. Anyone who wants to get the quick runs and look for sixes is hitting to square on either side of this oval, without a doubt. Now, just something of interest is the dew. We're going to talk about that tonight, and whoever fields second, you'd think it might come into play because the water on the ball and all the rest of it. But the groundsman, there's a chemical wax that they've already sprayed to try and stop the dew. But anyway, as I said, mid-wicket. This is where you put the crash helmet on, and if you're a fielder, you've got to take the catch. What's it looking like in the middle, Ravi?
Well, Slats, this pitch looks like a pretty good one. Now, this is not the same pitch that was used in the match between India and South Africa, and you can see it's already different. It has a lot whitish look to it. The other night when India played South Africa, it just seemed to be watered in the morning because it had a darker look to it. There was a lot more moisture in the surface. This pitch a lot drier and harder. So I won't be surprised here. A team like India, if they win the toss, they might still want to bat first. Australia, really, it doesn't matter looking at the composition of their side. But I do believe, like always in Durban, the ball will do a bit in a night game, and especially in the second half of the game. So all in all, a pretty good track this.
That's a pretty shot. Oh, the moon, the inconstant moon, they say, don't they? Well, it's fairly inconstant. It's looking like a rugby ball at the moment. Now, what's the weather going to be like? 25 degrees. Don't worry too much about that. Look at the line above. Partly cloudy. 30% chance of evening patchy rain. Evening patchy rain, 30%. Just throw that out of the window. It's not going to rain here because we're all going out to go and have some fun. Watching the dancers, watching the cricket as well. India versus Australia. Both teams fairly young in this format. Australia played just a little more than India.
Yes, I think they have a little more experience of having played the game, not just at the international level, but at the domestic level as well. So obviously they will start the favourites because they are world champions. They believe in themselves, believe in the ability to pick themselves up and recover from tough situations. So it's going to be a tough one for India. But if India play the way that they have done over the last couple of days, who knows?
Well, in a sense, both teams have got what they wanted. India like batting first. Australia don't mind chasing. Now, how have they gone head to head? India's total record. India played 6, won 4, lost 1. Australia played 10, won 6, lost 4. It's not their usual record. They're normally much better, but we're all stumbling along trying to discover what this new baby is all about. Some highest and lowest scores there. Most prolific batsmen, Ricky Ponting, Virender Sehwag for India, R.P. Singh and Stuart Clark, the key bowlers. Well, what's your gut feel? So they are batting first, better. What's a good score? 140, 150 has looked a decent score so far.
Always, I think, when you get about 7 runs and over for the opposition to chase, it's not easy. But this is the world champion team, the Australians. I think India need a minimum, and I keep saying that at least 180, 190.
Right, out come the two umpires then. Hopefully they'll have a good match. No huddle for the umpires. I thought that was a very, very cute. I thought that was just the umpires showing that they have a sense of humour there as well. Getting ready for the Australians coming out. They're a formidable outfit. 4 good seam bowlers in there. That's been the key for them. They'll have to get some overs out of Andrew Simons. That might just be the key. Out comes Adam Gilchrist. What a great cricketer he's been in all forms of the game. Shortly we'll see the Indians come out, and shortly we'll go into the commentary box as well. Ian Chappell is there. So is David Lloyd.
Very warm welcome to Kingsmead once again. Second semi-final with the news that Pakistan are through to the final. What a night we've got in prospect here. India versus Australia. India so strong against South Africa. India winning the toss tonight, electing to bat first. I suppose you can hear this. Great support for India tonight. The opening pair walk past the trophy, and the old enemy, the big enemy, is Australia, the machine. Great scenes once again, and it is marvellous to have you along with us. We're going to have some fun, we're going to have some great cricket. All sorts of things to tell you. 57 metres, you all know about that 57 metre boundary. It's like a magnet on one side. The ball clearing the outer into the road. We're on that pitch again. There's some great players here tonight. Virender Sehwag will open the batting back into India's team. Can't get into the one-day team, it's impossible, you can't understand it. What a player he has been throughout the tournament. Significant toss for India to win. I can tell you that there is cloud around, and a chance of more cloud as the night progresses. Gautam Gambhir, left-handed opening partner of Sehwag. The place is rocking. Brett Lee down to the serious stuff now, and a very warm welcome to Australia's Ian Chappell.
Thank you very much, David, and hello to all of our viewers. Yeah, I know who's the underdog as far as crowd support is concerned here. Enormous roar when India came out, when their batsmen came out. Enormous roar for each of their players as they were introduced, and just polite applause for every Australian announced.
I didn't think you got a murmur, to be honest. From 1 to 11, starting with Hayden, starting with Gilchrist, nothing. Andy Simons has been quiet in this tournament. Is this his night? Here we go. Brett Lee, 85 miles an hour.
Brett Lee should enjoy bowling here in Durban more so than Cape Town. A bit more pace in the pitch, a bit more bounce, a little bit of movement off the seam.
Do you know, it sounded like he got a nick on that and it bounces short of the keeper. Just a little nick. Bottom edge. Medium pace, you'd expect it. It's been played on before. We've seen this pitch before. As the game develops, it'll all come down to that 57-metre boundary. Well, that's that first ball of the game. There is a definite noise. Not enough carry to get through to Gilchrist.
Tell you what, Gilchrist did well to hear it. The umpire, I'm not sure what chance the umpire's got going by noise out there. I think he's going to have to go on deviation. That's why you came to the commentary box, to stop being an umpire, Bumble.
True. Bit of width. First boundary for India. Listen to this.
Well, that ball really flew off the bat. Brett Lee just having a few problems with the footholds, but Bracken had absolutely no chance, and it was only 5 metres away from him.
As usual, Brett Lee is this, looking to pitch the ball up and swing the ball. Gambia's stats so far, a couple of 50s. Good work.
Sensible cricket, and that's the sort of mixture you need in the first few overs. Bit of aggression when the ball is on offer. Brett Lee's in a very chatty mood tonight. He's had a couple of words already with Gautam Gambhir. I think he's asked him how he's enjoying Durban.
Well, it's not like Lee. Lee usually has a smile on his face and keeps quiet. Semi-final, just a reminder that Pakistan beat New Zealand earlier in the day at Cape Town. Pakistan will be in the final on Monday. Pakistan too have played excellent cricket, consistent cricket, some stars in that young side. Absolute flail at that from Sehwag.
Well, that's where he likes them, so he can slap them over cover point region on that occasion. Just a bit wide. Looks as though looks like he might have just done something to his back there. Two words I didn't think I'd utter in the same sentence, Bumble. Consistent Pakistan.
Well, they've been awesome in the tournament so far. They really have. Young team. Lee's pumped up here. India 5 without loss. Went through for a sharp single, a sharp-ish single, and pulled up. John Gloucester, the physiotherapist, out there with him. So a little bit of drama at the start of this second semi-final. Let's just have a look. He completes the running. He runs past Brett Lee and then pulls up there. Umpires and players look to be having a meeting with the physio. They need Sehwag.
Might be bad news for Australia, because he might just sort of say, right, oh, well, I'm injured, I better slap some boundaries, and that's when he's a really dangerous player. Looks as though they're going to call for a runner, but seen some injured players play with that gay abandon because they think, oh, well, I'm injured. Anything I get here is a bonus, and they just start throwing the bat at it. And Sehwag could be very dangerous in that mood.
Well, we have got drama at the start of this game. We're on consistent wickets. Zimbabwe, England, Bangladesh, 2 for 14 against Sri Lanka. Sharp footwork. Probably not Nathan Bracken's game, soccer.
Well, I think he's more dangerous against the left-handers early on when he's got the ball swinging away from them. Right-handers coming in onto the pads can get a bit of tap through the onside, but Sehwag is more of a hitter through the offside, so it may not suit him quite as much as your traditional right-hander. No, I don't think he's turned out for the Bankstown Baptist soccer team.
If he has, he underplayed twice. A little bit of swing. Hesitancy with these runners. It can be awful out there in the middle for fielders as well when there's a runner in.
Well, that was the perfect delivery for a right-hander who likes to pick the ball up and hit it over the onside, but that's not so much the way Sehwag plays. He likes to sort of go inside out and hit more over cover point, mid-off region.
Just looking at this field as well, Australia starting with a slip, and I think they're both sort of feeling each other out, just seeing from a full-length delivery if it will swing tonight early on. No swing there. Would have been tight, really would. They'll be sharp. Watch the workout for Australia tonight, absolutely spot on.
Well, one thing that Australia does that I haven't seen any other team do it, in the early overs Australia will try and save the singles. Their infielders get in there to save the single, whereas most teams are prepared to concede the single by staying back and trying to stop the boundaries.
Good straight balling from Bracken. Seems to be some real aggression against Gambier. These fielders looking to save one inside the circle. There's a slip in there as well, an aggressive move by Adam Gilchrist.
I think that's the way to go. I mean, you've just got to take wickets on a regular basis to keep the opposition down, and I think that's the best way to win games. Try and keep the opposition to 120, 140.
Outside edge. Flies away from the field. Just at the one boundary.
Particularly in knockout games. Once you get to this stage of the tournament, you don't want to be chasing a big total. You don't want to be chasing 170, 180. It can get a bit tight. So I think in these type of games, if you can keep the opposition into the 120, 140 region, you give yourself a really good chance of winning.
Oh, single to finish the over just. Hesitancy again from the runner. I don't see his team, and there'll be another hold up. More treatment for Sehwag out there in the middle. Heavy strapping. That last step quick single, they were all almost looking at each other. Two batsmen, the runner. Well, this is going to take some time, these 20 overs, first innings. And they do need Sehwag. He is a big player for India. They won't like this. They won't like just hanging around. Very clearly on the leg side. It's a nightmare for umpires as well. Be a word. There will be a word, and the word back from Sehwag. 90 miles an hour, Lee.
I think it's probably the fact that India have been here for some time and Australia have only just arrived in town. Brett Lee's probably checking out where all the night spots to go, Bumble, I think.
Well, I could help him out there, but I've been very quiet.
No, he wants to go to the places where the younger group go, Bumble.
Slow delivery from Lee. Yeah, let's move on from that. South Africa tried to get right into India. They tried to bully India, and they wouldn't have it. Rohit Sharma, marry me. Well, he's out there running at the minute. He's busy. Good, accurate bowling from Australia. They set the standards. Adam Gilchrist at the toss said, well, the first game we were awful, but since then they seem to have got the game in order. They look like they're enjoying the game also.
Mark Benson is the standing umpire at the bowler's end, and Asad Rauf, who's at well, he's actually at point at the moment because there's a runner out there.
Through for another single. Looking to stop that single, Australia, but they're scampering through India. But only one boundary so far.
Well, the Australians bowling short and up into the rib cage for Sehwag, trying not to give him any room outside off stump. That's where he really likes to slash the ball. But he's not so much of a puller or a hooker.
Yeah, he's bowling straight. Straight at the rib cage, no width. Gambia is 7 from 8 deliveries. Looks congested out there. Oh, inside edge.
Must be a pleasure for an umpire having a runner out there. You got someone to chat to, Bumble.
I did a little bit of umpiring. I used to hate it when there was a runner. There's so much to be looking for. The runner and his partner have to be in at all times. Just say one of those, if he just wandered out of the crease and his partner was in the crease, they are deemed to be out. Excellent over, just one from it. 10 without loss after 3. It's Bracken again. Driven down the ground, good stop, single.
Mitchell Johnson at mid-on. Sehwag's decided that he's going to have to hit through the onside against Bracken. Now that was 4, so he saved 3 there.
Gets him really close there. Shy at the stumps again. Not giving anything. And looking for run-outs all the time, Australia. Very athletic.
Well, I think they throw the ball around a bit too much. I think there's always the likelihood of overthrows. That ball moving in off the seam. There's been a little bit of encouragement for the bowlers. There's certainly a bit of bounce there.
Gambia offside. Finds the boundary.
Well, that's what can happen with a bit of bounce in the pitch. You've got to be prepared to take a risk. Drive on the rise may mean that you edge it and get caught behind the wicket. But if you get it right, that's what happens. Boundaries are on offer. Excellent shot
And again, just back of a length. The two fielders backward a point. It's almost like a one-day field, a normal one-day field. Slips have moved, yeah, but there are two fielders. For Bracken, left arm over, just backward a point to the left-hander, and then there's a square point, really concentrating on that area. Outside edge, races away, and another boundary. Our India just starting to move.
I think an intentional shot there, trying to get it fine now that the slip's taken out. It's not a bad shot. You can see that he just opened the blade a little bit and got it perfectly, well away from third man.
He almost plays that. I wouldn't say it's an edge, an outside edge. I think it's a controlled shot. Good end for Australia. 19 without loss. Hayden is in there at slip. Well, that's the plan. You can tell from Australia's bowlers. Tall bowlers, hit the pitch bowlers, just back of a length.
I'll tell you what, Stuart Clark's been here in Durban long enough to find the local barber. I reckon he's found the same barber you've been to, Bumble. The guy that doesn't leave much behind.
Yeah, he's through to the wood there, isn't he? Sharp single. Yeah, he's been outstanding as Stuart Clark. Consistent wicket taker. Look at all those wickets. 2, 4, 5, 9, 12 wickets in the tournament so far. Taking wickets in every game. Let's have a look who top of the pile with wicket takers. Afridi and Clark are together. Daniel Vettori, who's going home now. 11 for him. Umar Gul has been excellent. Morny Mortal also. Shahid Afridi, 12 at the top. Charismatic cricketer Afridi. No width, absolutely no width at all. That's what we've talked about in the dressing room.
Well, Clark has been excellent. I think he could have easily had 2 or 3 man of the match awards in this tournament. He's only got 1, but he's done a lot of work early on when other guys have then chimed in at the end and taken advantage of his good early work. But he's been a really consistently good fast bowler in this tournament.
There's not one there. Ian Chappell mentioned that Australia will look to stop the single. We've seen in the competition so far that other fielding sides will hang back on the edge of the 30-yard circle. They look real busy, Australia, looking to stop that single.
And they've got the guys to do it.
Pulled away, leg side. Should get there, yes it does. Need some boundaries, India. That's crucial, but just 26 on the board after 5. Change upstairs in this commentary position. It's Michael Slater and Ravi Shastri.
Thank you, David. 26 for no loss. It's a pretty good start here for the Indians in spite of an injury to Sehwag. I think that's been their tactics right through these matches here in Durban. They've been circumspect in the first 5 or 6 overs. They've looked to try and keep wickets intact and then try and get after the bowling. Now Mitchell Johnson. Superb. That's typical Sehwag. Just a little bit of room, but what was important there was the placement.
I was going to say he doesn't have to run for this one. It doesn't matter if it doesn't go to the rope. He's not running for any of them at the moment because he's got the runner out there. But that was blistering. You're right, Ravi. That's exactly where he likes it. There's not much of a gap there to thread the ball through. But Sehwag, the talent is there always.
He's gone this time. There seemed to be an edge. The shot was on, but the extra bounce is what did Sehwag here. And Australia breakthrough. India have just lost the first wicket, that of Sehwag. Johnson striking in his first over. Again gets the outside edge. Uthappa will get off the mark, but in streaky fashion.
Right channels there, mate. Right channels, Richie.
Now the mistake that the Indian batsman can make, particularly the right-handers, is play for in-swing. Mitchell Johnson doesn't swing the ball through the air or back to the right-handers. It's more just that left-arm angle across the batsman. And that one falling just short of Matthew Hayden, but good captaincy. Gilchrist has brought the catcher into play. He's on the attack. He realises that wickets are going to slow proceedings.
Has to hurry, good running. The running between the wickets has been good from the Indians today. They know boundaries are hard to come by, so you've got to try and run quickly, rotate the strike. Now Uthappa is here because of this. Extra bounce is what does him. You can see there was room. The shot was on. That's an area where Sehwag likes to play. Not getting a top edge.
Yeah, the shot sure was on. The ball before had been blistered to the fence, and that one just a tad shorter from Mitchell Johnson. So good thinking. An area behind point, even now, is plenty of fielders into that area.
He's the kind of bloke who hits the deck, doesn't he, Michael?
Yeah, he's very deceptive in his pace. I faced him for one season before I retired, and he was really hard to handle initially when you first get out there because he's surprising. He's a bit of a... He hasn't really got a slinging action, but he bowls like a slinger. It's all in that last stride, and he's had success. I was worried for him at the outset, but he's got better and better, and he's taken wickets. And I mean, tonight, he's opened the account for Australia.
That's a good shot. He's a good striker, strong player, Uthappa. Gets 36 for 1. Yuvraj Singh in the side today. Has to hurry. Direct hit from Michael Clarke, and Gambhir might have been in trouble.
Clarke will be so cranky with himself. He prides himself of knocking the stumps down, whatever end he has to go at. He has plenty of time to aim, and he would hit 7 out of 10 times. So that's a lucky break for India on this occasion. And from that angle, he would have seen the 3 stumps. It's not like he was throwing at one stump from side on.
He's a strong player. Robin Uthappa has already struck a boundary. Doesn't mind hitting on the up. It's pretty tight in defence, but he likes to get on to that front foot. And play it away on the offside. He's just struck a boundary. See a good stride forward. And he doesn't mind hitting on the up. Good striker. Chipped in the air, just short of mid-off. Bowls a nagging length. Stuart Clarke just back off a length. Tall man. Again likes to hit the deck. Tasted a lot of success in South Africa when he came here with the Australian team for a test series.
it's tough for the batsmen, isn't it? It's not like you're playing against one country in several 2020 fixtures. Each game you're playing against different sides, different bowlers, coming with different strategy, and this is in with the pressure of semi-final 2020 cricket.
That's in the air. Can't get it. Clark again. Just tipped it over the bar.
Well, I said he'd be cranky with a missed runner. He'll be filthy now. It was tough. It went quickly. Had to jump in the air. But the Australians, they expect to take these chances. Yes, and Michael Clark should have. He's good enough. Maybe just the height it got to him. Is it full stretch? It got to him quickly as well.
Yes, he's a specialist in that position. Plus being a left-hander, that helps.
You just don't know in this game when something like that is going to cost you big. Because the batsmen are always going, you feel that, well, I might get another opportunity to catch it, but that might have been the opportunity that the batsman needed. Now he can go on and blister 50 and 30 odd balls and take the game away from you. So the Australians have to rally.
Good running. Single to end the over. 7 gone, 39 for 1.
I think the South Africans love a losing Aussie. A losing Aussie team. And they're up against it tonight. The stat that was telling for me is that, well, firstly, India have played all their games here, or most of their games here, so this is like a home ground advantage, as well as the fact that the games they've won, they've batted first. And in Cape Town, it's the opposite. It was the sides who were chasing were more often than not winning.
Again, looking for the drive. This is a much better pitch to bat on than the one we saw the other night when India played South Africa, where the balls zipped around. A lot harder, not as much grass.
Ravi, what about this Indian approach so far, given that they have been batting first? Are they going at the same sort of pace as in previous games?
Yes, I think it's about now you'll see the change in tactics. They'll take a few more risks. That one just stopping on him. He checked his shot.
Something the Aussie quicks have been doing a lot of. Well, all quicks have. As the tournament has worn on, the slow ball is used with great deception. And on that occasion, Tapper just having to really foil the shot. You'll see he's coming through. He's hit a fantastic 4 through that covers the previous over. That one was your typical off-cutter.
Gambhir wanting a single, sent back. He's taking chances with Clark.
Well, Clark's getting plenty of opportunity to make amends. I think the batsman might have just got home on that occasion, but he's in the play. It's amazing. If you start to mess a few up, the ball just follows you.
Well, now the man from slip gets into a point position to give Clark some company. This opens the place, will pick up the single. Mentioned Clark, specialist in that position at backward point. When the ball comes to someone there, it comes quickly. Have a look at this. Let's see the reaction time. 0.7 seconds to react. He's taken 4 catches in this tournament. He sets high standards, so he will be disappointed at dropping that.
Just got big on him in that occasion. I think that's what it was. He just couldn't quite get it in the main part of his hand.
Oh, he's got hold of that, and there is a man in the deep. Brilliant catch. Gambhir will consider himself unlucky. Hodge was the man there, and that's a really good catch because it came out of the crowd. It was flat, but he's judged it to perfection.
Yuvraj Singh, left-hand batsman.
Yuvraj Singh comes out to the middle. He's on strike. Straight away, a good one from Stuart Clark. Good cricket by the Aussies in the outfield. Very fine catch by Hodge here. He nailed this, Gambhir. Lost balance, but kept his composure, kept his balance. Good presence of mind. Comes up with the catch in two hands.
Great recovery. He was in no man's land, and you can see Andrew Simon's reaction says it all.
Yuvraj sends it into the crowd. Well, just from where he left the other night against England. Short and put away with ease.
I think his new nickname's Maximum, is it? He just goes through them. It's amazing how he can time the ball. Second ball or third ball faced. And out of the park she goes again.
So he opens his account in fine style. Don't forget, that's the shorter boundary on that side where the ball went for six. Gambhir hit it towards the longer side. That same shot against South Africa might have gone for six from Gambhir. No problems here. Put this away with minimum of effort. Such a good striker of the ball. Mr. Six. Just dealing in sixes on this ground. Reached a half century against England the other night of just 12 balls. And India need a big effort from him.
He's the real Indian powerhouse. He's the big hitter for India, and if he can stay out there for 5 overs, minimum 5 overs, Yuvraj could be anything. He's set Kingsmead alight the other night. 6 sixes in an over. Only 4 men in the history of the game. The first in 2020 cricket he is to have achieved that, but it was phenomenal hitting.
Again, he varies his pace nicely. Always around that off stump. Gets him nice and tight into the stumps when he bowls it. So just getting it to go like a leg cutter.
He's Australia's Glenn McGrath replacement, and that's why he's been such a great find. And he's about 27, 28 years of age, and he's getting better and better.
Well, he got those 58 runs of just 16 balls. The ball disappearing to all parts of Kingsmead. This is a new day. New side he's up against, and immediately Gilchrist, realizing that Yuvraj could be a danger man, he brings back his fastest bowler to try and break this partnership.
Lee just holding back. He sometimes gets in that position and he cannot refrain. He just throws the ball. Always at the stumps though. The batsmen will always dive for cover. They, whoa, look out! Incoming! Adam Gilchrist changes his bowlers regularly. At one point the other night they were playing, it was 9 changes in 10 overs. So I think, don't be surprised to see a couple of short deliveries here from Lee.
Terrific shot. And a great effort in the deep. Saved a certain boundary. Mitchell Johnson was the fielder running across.
Yeah, it's one of those player assists you see in the modern game. There's Johnson diving, and it's Hussey coming in to help his mate out. Down the flicker. Well, it wasn't that tidy, but stopped a certain extra 2. That's for sure. You see that sort of commitment all night.
Oh, that looks really tight. The third umpire thinks it's okay. Now there is a man in the deep for Yuvraj at deep backward square leg. So you're right, Michael, you might just see the short delivery. And they'll get the single in the end. Simons is the man with a direct hit.
Yuvraj just looks composed. Surprised not to see him play the game after he hit those sixes. He was out in the next game with a tendinitis, I think. So that's the impact. That's what happens to you if you hit 6 sixes in 6 balls. Be wary. You get tendinitis at the elbow. But anyway, he's fit. But he's looking good. Everything's hitting the middle of the bat. And the Australians know the force that he can... Or the batting force that he is in this Indian lineup.
Uthappa wants to, he'll have to hurry. Gets there in the end. This is good running by these two.
This is a good start for India. It's 53 for 2. Aussie's being run ragged at the moment. That's good running between the wickets.
That's hit hard. Just a single, the ball going quickly to long off. Hussey is the man in the deep. This is a much better pitch than the one we saw against South Africa. When India played South Africa, you can hit through the line. Yuvraj goes into the crowd. That's massive. Right. What a shot. Simons into the attack now. Thappa plays it away for a single. He's still to get confirmation on that hit. And Michael Slater, I agree with you. I think that has to be the biggest hit. There you go, 119 meters. It's bettered the previous one easily. This is a flick. It's Brett Lee. And look where the ball has gone. It's disappeared into the crowd. A magnificent strike. India gaining some momentum. 61 for 2 in the commentary box. Harsha Bhogle is with Sunny Gavaskar.
This is Yuvraj unleashed. Absolutely unleashed. He's come out like he's been batting for an hour somewhere. I don't know where, because you'd have seen the ball appearing otherwise.
This is terrific stuff. Exhilarating. That's the only word that one can use. Exhilarating, thrilling.
Officially now, this is the biggest six, 119 meters. Send the javelins out, I say. Send the javelins out. Call the javelin throwers in. Uthappa's gone for it now. That'll go all the way. Yes, it does. This crowd has come alive and this match has come alive. Two young men are turning it on.
And what a splendid manner. Short, but it still had to be put away. And Robin Uthappa, look at that footwork. First the front foot, then just swiveling, not even transferring his weight onto the back foot. And in front. And now sensible, very sensible, just working the ball away for a single. Important thing is both these young players mustn't get carried away. India need them right till the end. This is a terrific shot.
Oh dear, someone came from outer space. I thought it's a launch station, this. Gone! Huge! Why do we have boundaries here?
Association, they'll be happy to pay it.
the ball get tendonitis, I wonder? The way he's hitting those balls. He's gone to 27 from 10. He's at 3 sixes already. He's only just come out. It's just redefining cricket as we know it now. These are not slogs. These are just outstanding shots played with an uncluttered mind. 19 of that last over. Just taking the pace off Nathan Bracken from round the wicket. Now where are they going to put the fielders? I remember a former captain of mine telling me you can put as many fielders on the ground as you want. If you're hitting them over, it doesn't matter.
Absolutely. I think what both these batsmen must not do is to get carried away by that. It's good to see them just taking the singles as well, because it's important not to have dot balls.
Oh, fine leg was inside the circle. Tell you what else they've done. They've run well between the wickets. They're slowly starting to move the match, if not away from Australia, at least showing that another direction is possible, because Australia had this match in the first 9 overs pretty much in their grasp. They kept things very quiet, picked up a couple of wickets, played like the champion side the world knows them to be. This is a big partnership.
Very good running between the wickets. This is the first 6. This is the second one. This is Robin Uthappa. And then Yuvraj Singh. Always heard that Yuvraj's boy, Yuvraj, can hit the ball a fair distance. And we've occasionally seen it. But in this format, it's absolutely free license given to him. And we are seeing it all over again. Even as a schoolboy, he had a reputation for hitting the ball a long, long distance.
Mid-wicket's gone out. Birdman is inside the circle. Finds the offside. There are no fielders on this ground anymore. Where are the men in yellow?
Well, he got a half century in 12 balls. He won't get it in 12 balls this time. But he is already 32 of 12.
Yes, that's better bowling from Nathan Bracken. He's in his 3rd over now. He bowled a couple of very good overs. Now the physio's massaging his back. Remember, he had a problem with the back, could not keep wickets. He took the gloves off after a while. He's laughing about it. It's feeling a bit ticklish maybe. Rohit Sharma's there. Dhoni still to come. 8 from this over so far. It's been well bowled. And well played by Uthappa as well. 9 from it then. After 12 overs, it's 88 for 2. He's already been out on the field running for a while. Now, what's Simon's going to do here? 19 in his first over. Ravi Shastri's been telling you that this track looks a lot better than one India played against South Africa. That would mean that you might need more runs on it. At the non-striker's end, Yuvraj just about makes a good call in from Uthappa. Hayden was lining up to knock the stumps down.
Well, the ball was hit very firmly. Uthappa is very keen to give Yuvraj more of the strike, and understandably so, because Yuvraj is hitting the ball so well.
These are tournament statistics, remember. 272.7. These are not kilometers an hour or miles an hour. These are just strike rates. Runs per 100 balls. Sunil Gavaskar shook his head wistfully at those numbers. Now suddenly he's going to bowl off breaks now. Take the pace off for Yuvraj. Good comeback over so far, this from Andrew Simons. Captain kept faith in him after that first one, didn't take him off. Now 2 from his first 4 balls. Man in the deep, so just a single. Good over so far.
That single brings up the 50 partnership.
50 partnership between Uthappa and Yuvraj. Yuvraj, the bigger scorer in that, the bigger share in that. It's a good comeback over from Andrew Simons. Just 3 runs so far.
Setting that ball so hard. You'd have time to come back for a second. Yuvraj has scored 20 more than that. We can go down to Ravi Shastri then. I think he's got Gautam Gambhir with him. Ravi.
Yes, I have Gautam Gambhir with me. Stuart Clark will continue the proceedings for Australia. Gautam, you've already been there. What's it like? The pitch looks to be on the surface a much better one than in the game against South Africa. We'll have to wait here because Yuvraj has again cleared the boundary. Only just this time. But I think it will be 6. Looks an awesome touch already.
To be honest, we want him to bat the whole 20 overs because the kind of nick he's in, he can really get us a very good total and so that we can just fight out and win this game for India.
Now the pitch, much better pitch.
It's a much better pitch. It's pretty similar to the track which we played against England, and we think that 170, 180 will be a very good total, and if Yuvraj stays there, who knows, he might get much more than that.
Yes, boundary signalled on that occasion, and here goes Clark. It's Yuvraj on strike. Should be a wide, yes, Asad Rao signalling a wide. What was your game plan when you went out there? Because as always, both you and Viru took your time early on.
Because our game plan was just not to lose a lot of wickets in first 10 overs so that we have players like MS Dhoni and Yuvraj Singh who can really capitalize in the last 10 overs. So that was our game plan. Maybe in first 6 overs we shouldn't be losing a lot of wickets, and that was our game plan.
And would you be looking to target anybody? Do you all plan in that fashion? We'll just come back to that. Clark on his way again. Can't take your eyes off the ball with Yuvraj on strike. He'll get a single this time. No, goes back for 2. These 2 are quick and gets it easily.
The fifth bowler especially, because Yuvraj got 19 of 2 overs of Simon, so I think that he's going to be targeting the fifth bowler and 2 more overs to go of the fifth bowler, so he'll be targeting the fifth bowler.
And you reckon 170, 180?
170, 180 will be a very good total. If Yuvraj stays, who knows, he can get much more than that.
Well, the boys seem pumped up.
Yeah, it's a big game for every one of us, the semi-finals, and everyone is really pumped up and really looking to win this game.
Here goes Clark. Yuvraj goes in the air. And a great effort in the deep. It was Matthew Hayden diving forward. Never easy. Didn't quite carry to him. But this is a good start. 101 in quick time.
Yeah, very, the way Yuvraj has batted, and he's an awesome touch, and he's really get us a very good platform so that the other batsmen can really capitalize from here.
Thanks a lot. Gautam, good luck.
Thank you very much.
Well, there you go. Back to you, Harsha.
What an over this is turning out to be. That catch, had Matthew Hayden got both hands round it, would have been the catch of the tournament maybe. Fine legs inside. Will square leg get there just about, and they'll get another 2. They're running well, these 2. Australian fielders scattered all over. Brad Hodge down there on the boundary. This was the Hayden attempt. That he chose to go for it. I know if you fielders, son, you would have said, I'll take it on the bounce, stop the boundary.
And this is the Australian team you're talking about. They'll give it everything.
Out of the ground. By some distance. You cannot drop your length by an inch.
Yes, because he's so quick to transfer his weight. Look at the way he just swiveled onto the back foot and getting his half century with that. Just transferring his balance. Oh, lovely shot.
I'll tell you what, I hope they don't shorten the boundaries because they don't need to in this format. 17 from the over, 21 from the over. Yuvraj has gone for not out from 21 balls. Yuvraj Singh, longest six, 119. Now, where are they going to be? Fine leg drops back. Long on's coming. Poor Brad Haddon standing out there. He's watching the ball go by and he's saying behind the stumps is a much better place to be. Man will watch it. Under it, he thought he was. Robin Uthappa said, I'm playing this game as well, you know. Watch out.
Well, this is going to be a long distance as well, because this went straight over long off. That's a big, big distance. Stepping down the pitch as if to a spinner, and look how deep into the stands it's gone. So that's going to be 100 meters as well.
I mean, you watch this game and you think it's like playing book cricket where you open the six all the time. These are really solid hits. It's not that the boundary is 30 yards away. These are perfectly respectable boundary lengths. They're being made to look stupid. 102 meters that was. How high is this one? I don't think it's long enough. Or is it? It is. It's raining sixes. It was supposed to rain in Durban. That's gone. The raindrops are replaced by cricket balls.
Well, this is a terrific shot. We know that Robin Uthappa can play the full shot, but he's hit it, and this is a quick ball, and he's hit it almost towards mid-on. Not an easy shot to play, and not easy to get that distance. Just goes to tell you how quickly he's picking the line, how quickly he's picking the length, and what fabulous timing he's got.
Oh, he backed himself to hit it. What a moment in this match. Well done, Andrew Simons. He paused for a while. He told the wicketkeeper, where are you? And then said, doesn't matter, I'll hit it myself anyway. Sensational. So Robin Uthappa's fine inning.
Hi, I am Dhoni, right hand batsman.
And he can hit the ball a long way as well. He's been impressive as captain. But we've just seen a moment of brilliance and confidence from this man. Don't ever play marbles with him. As a kid, he must have taken them all home. Just hits everything. Said, is the wicketkeeper there? No, doesn't matter. I'll back myself. Had he missed, Uthappa would have been home.
Well, the truth is the Australians hardly ever miss anything. They practice throwing at one stump from all different kinds of angles. And Ricky Ponting, Andrew Simons, you can rely on them to score direct hits 9 times out of 10.
I love the calm with which he throws. No hurry. I'll take my time. Not rushed. Down. Brad Haddon is the man there.
Yes, he's having a bit of a tough time out there. Would much rather be behind the wickets. But good effort nonetheless from him in an unfamiliar position.
Tried to get there, but is always going to be short. After 9 overs, 48 for 2. 6 overs later, they put on another 79. Back on the boundary, third man. Fine leg inside the circle now. Saying some very, very high quality cricket. Good call for no. 15 overs gone, 5 to play, 1.
Thanks, Aisha. Well, everybody pinching themselves. Extraordinary cricket. He goes again. He doesn't hit that, Yuvraj. Yuvraj 56 from 57 from 23 deliveries. He's got a new partner, MS Dhoni. 2 star players for India. India 128 for 3. 5 overs to go.
Well, this so far has been a match of exceedingly high standard. The batting has been, some of it has been absolutely brilliant. Bowling hasn't been poor. The fielding has been terrific. Great catching. It's had everything. And the great throw from Andrew Simons.
Dhoni down the ground. So strong.
It's unbelievable sight, this ground. There's not an empty seat in the stadium, and I wouldn't know how many flags. I tell you what, you better take up that job you talked about, Lloydie, selling Indian flags.
Flag selling. Here's another boundary. You make a fortune. Mentioned strong shots, picking the spot, missing the fielders. Andy Simons going the distance here, none for 32.
I tell you what, the airfare might cost you a bit, but I'd sell them here if you're going to become a millionaire, mate.
Looking for two, deciding against. What a showpiece. Head to head, these two from ball one. Brett Lee was first up. Australia controlling the game for the first 4 or 5 overs. Look at these smiles. Over the top, another boundary. Andy Simons cannot stop this.
This is an unbelievable piece of willow that he's got, Yuvraj. And he's played brilliantly. When he's moved away from the stumps and they've tried to go wide of off stump, he's hit the ball magnificently. He hit a 6 like that the other night.
Yorker to finish. It's 141 for 3. 4 overs to go. Gambia was talking about 170. They should get way beyond that. Good start from Lee. Gets his Yorker in. They're coming back for 2.
The strength of this man, that's a very good Yorker, and somehow or other he's managed to power the thing way down the end of the ground, bounced it back over the bowler's head. Must have unbelievably strong wrists.
Well, the fit, the strong, the equipment, the bats, unbelievable. 13-4, 7 6s in the innings. Slow ball. He hasn't got it. Fortunate, it drops between 2 fielders. They're still not going to go for 2.
Yes, he was lucky he mishit that. Or mishit it as badly as he did. I guess if you hit it in the middle, it's going to go for 6. But if he hits it even slightly better, Matthew Hayden would have caught it. Big bottom hand player, Dhoni.
Good Yorker from Lee. As soon as India won the toss and elected to bat, I got these teams as head to head. You see Australia and the power and the strength. India played superbly against South Africa, and you just think, can they do it again? They're getting themselves into a magnificent position here.
You almost get the feeling that they've become a team of destiny after they won that bowl out against Pakistan. They were destined to get to the final.
Yorker again, just pushed into the offside single. Well, in the game against South Africa, India was supposed to be bullied, and they wouldn't have it. There was a standoff between both coaches 45 minutes before the game started, and India would not budge. And they're getting themselves into a great position here. They should get the 170, 180.
India haven't got a coach.
Venkat Prasad was out there with them, and he's father figure, if you like. Leg side, fielder out there. Pretty good over so far from Brett Lee, this.
Perhaps that's why they're doing so well, because they haven't got a coach.
I thought you'd be saying that. They've got 2 guys looking after them. I don't think we've got a graphic for that, have we? We've got coach, the guy who looks after India, Prasad. Look at this scene. Look at this at Kingsmead. Lee with the slow delivery. Coming back for 2, take the throw on, and they get through comfortably. It's 148 for 3. 4 overs, none for 25. Pretty good figures from Lee. We've got a change of bowler here. Michael Clark, left arm spin. Dhoni on strike. Yuvraj, 64 from 28 deliveries. MS Dhoni, 14 from 8.
This is a real gamble by the Australian captain, Adam Gilchrist. I tell you what, I don't reckon they've counted them all. They've just given the attendance, there's 18,000 and something. They haven't counted them all.
Full house, I think, is 21,000. Looks full. Dhoni. And they're not going to die wondering here, India. Clark coming into the attack. Oh, now Clark and Yuvraj. Left hand round. I should think he'll bowl round the wicket, will he? Yuvraj will eye that leg side. Gilchrist screaming at his fielders.
This could be make or break here for Australia. If it goes bad for them in this over, India could put a total that's going to be difficult to chase.
Yeah, thought so. Still in the air. Airtime.
Well, they used to talk about Michael Jordan's hang time. That sure had some. Oh, that's a great piece of willow he's got.
Goes again. Doesn't get it. He's a goner. Yes, he is. The gamble's paid off. He's got the big man Yuvraj Singh. Michael Clark into the attack. Hit for 6. Wicket next ball. Gilchrist went for the gamble. Lost the 6, but got his man. 155 for 4.
That man has provided.
Dhoni, batsman cross, so Dhoni had the strike. Well, we talked about the gamble, and you can say that it's paid off. They've got rid of Yuvraj.
Just pitched it a little shorter, made him hit it on the rise and got a little bit of a top edge.
Rohit Sharma is a new batsman. He just sneaked on. Everybody's still thinking about Yuvraj. This is the end of Yuvraj. 70 from 30 deliveries. Dhoni this time. Look at the power. Well, it's a big over for India. 161 for 4. 61 for 4. They've got 12 deliveries. 2 overs to go. Bracken comes back into the attack. Look at those figures. Clark 1 over, 1 for 13. He got Yuvraj. Bracken with a slow ball. Let's have a look at Australia's figures.
Well, the figures weren't looking so bad after 7 or 8 overs. 4 for 25, Brett Lee. That's pretty tidy. 4 for 38, Stuart Clark. He copped a bit from Yuvraj. Mitchell Johnson picked up a couple of wickets.
Slow delivery from Bracken. I should think Johnson will finish off. Michael Clark came into the attack, and I think he shared his overs with Andrew Simons. Mitchell Johnson still has 1 to bowl. He should bowl the 20th. 162 for 4. 14 fours, 8 sixes. And the crowd want more. Dhoni on strike. Heaved into the leg side. Fielders converge. All the way. Yes!
Well, he's a muscle man. MS Dhoni. That's a long part of the ground. I tell you what, he doesn't cheat himself when he has a swing. It's no wonder he's got a crook back.
Slow delivery again. Leg side, it's another boundary. Dhoni, he's the man.
Well, the old theory is get them on the board in the big matches, in the knockout matches, and you're always hard to beat. India are certainly doing that. They're going to set Australia a real task here.
Punch down to long off, it'll just be a single. This promises to be a great game of 20 over cricket, really does. We're going to set a target here, a demanding target. India winning the toss, batting first. A real slow start, Australia controlling. And then like the blue touch paper, Yuvraj Singh, MS Dhoni.
That's not the dressing room South Africa was sitting in the World Cup, was it?
Oh, they're all at it. They're all at it. 19 overs, 179 for 4.
Possibly hitting very straight.
Well, no fear cricket from India. Who are you? Bring them on. South Africa, England, Australia, what have you got? 179 for 4. Last over, here's Johnson. Anywhere will do, he gets away with this. Just back for 2.
Well, India are playing in the personality of their captain. As Bumble just said, no fear cricket. That's the type of player that Dhoni is, and he's taken his team along with him. He seems to be really enjoying this captaincy.
They're loving it, absolutely loving it. Yeah, it's an Indian stronghold, this Durban. And some. Pulled away. Should be a boundary. Fielder gets there, yes. Just a couple, but Dhoni on strike. Dhoni, 35 from 16 deliveries. Check this score, 183 for 4.
Gilchrist, a lot of things to think about, and then he's got to turn around and open the batting, and he's going to have to get it going from ball number 1.
Oh, it promises to be a great game. Slower ball, Oddie coming through, trouble here, nobody at the stumps, big appeal. Sharma's run 2. Third umpire's going to come in here. I reckon he gets back. Sharma's run 2 here.
Well, I think Dhoni doing the wise thing. He's the man who's likely to hit 4s and 6s here at the end. The most likely person to hit 4s and 6s. Good piece of work there from Mitchell Johnson. He's a very good athlete. He's done well there. Actually, his momentum was taking him away from the stumps, and he's home.
Just about gets there, does he? Billy Doctorow, he's a third umpire, just gets in. Still waiting for this decision. Billy Doctorow will make this decision. What is it? What is it, Billy? What is it, Billy? Not out, let's get on. 183 for 4, 3 deliveries left. Single. Good bowling this from Johnson. Shying at the stumps, still shying at the stumps, Australia.
that really was one occasion when it is a bit silly, because you don't want to get Dhoni back on strike. So just hang on to it, Mitchell Johnson. And Dhoni was running in the line of the stumps anyhow.
2 deliveries to go. 184 for 4. He's got to open the batting. Gilchrist will open the batting. Make no mistake, Australia will have a real go at this. They will have to. They've been worked hard, Australia, by India. Slow delivery, excellent ball. They run through to the keeper, Dhoni. I'm not sure he's there. I'm not sure that Dhoni's there. Dead eye from Gilchrist.
Dhoni desperate to get down there and face that last ball. Excellent work from Adam Gilchrist. Dhoni must have got a really good start there, but it's not enough. Mind you, that's not the best angle, but yeah, he's gone. So someone other than Dhoni will have to face the last ball.
He knew it. He knew he had to put time to face the last delivery. No time to get his eye in. It's on his way. .184 for 5. Last delivery of India's innings. Oh, might get away with something here. Leg buys will do. Is it going to roll? Oh, what a finish to the innings. Johnson's bowled really well that last over. It's going to be leg buys. Anything will do for India, and they finish at 188 for 5.
A brilliant performance from both teams. They put on a terrific exhibition. India have absolutely charged at the Australians via Yuvraj Singh, and followed up by MS Dhoni. But the Australians didn't wilt. Their fielding, they maintained a high standard. And as David Lloyd said, a good finish there from Mitchell Johnson the last over. But good result that last ball. So Australia virtually having to get 190 to go to the final to meet Pakistan at the Wanderers.
Well, it's been stunning cricket so far. India winning the toss and batting first have amassed 188 for 5. Australia with it all to do, and they've got the artillery. Ravi, who have you got down there?
Well, Michael Clark is with me. Michael, what was it out like? The pace of the game was unbelievable.
Yeah, tell me about it, Ravi. Look, the wicket's pretty good. I think looking up there, 188, we're going to have to bat well, but certainly gettable.
When Gilly gave you the ball, was that heart pounding?
Of course it was. I had Yuvraj and Dhoni there, so I just tried to put the ball in a half-decent spot and hope it didn't go out of the park.
Well, you might have been on the fielding side, but still fantastic cricket there from both teams. Good stroke play, good fielding as well.
Yeah, look, I think we did a fantastic job in the field. Unfortunately, I dropped the catch, but I think the boys did a great job in the field. You look at our main bowlers, there's not too many wickets there, so we had to work hard for our wickets. But like I say, 188, I think if we bat well, we're a big show.
You need a good start, don't you?
We do, but, you know, Matthew Hayden, Adam Gilchrist have been doing a fantastic job. So if it doesn't turn out that way, gives other guys an opportunity. I know we're all looking forward to it.
Well, you need a breather. Thanks a lot for chatting with us.
Thanks, Ravi.
Well, we've got a game on. India have batted first here. What an effort that was. Gambia 24 from 25. Sehwag 9 from 13. It was a steady start. Then Utapa with 34 from 28, and then Yuvraj Singh, the big star, 70 from 30 deliveries. MS Dhoni, captain's innings, 36 from 18, 188 for 5. Australia bowling figures. Brett Lee at the top, kept things pretty quiet, 4 overs, none for 25. Stuart Clark, 4 overs for 38. Bracken for 38. Mitchell Johnson, pick of the bowlers, 2 for 31. Andy Simons got some, 3 overs for 37 and a wicket for Michael Clark. It's been terrific so far, and I'm absolutely certain this will continue. Australia need 189 to win at 9.45. It's been breathtaking so far. We'll be back after this break.
The big hitting, and it's just about the right size that if you just sort of miss hit one, it still might carry.
My worry about the Australians, I mean, Australia can still chase this total down easily. They've got depth in batting, but is that they've relied too heavily on Gilchrist and Hayden, and there's no Ponting. You know, the experience of Ponting at 3 at times can make a difference in a tight match like this.
Without a doubt, without a doubt. You've got, straight away a different dynamic if your captain's not there firstly, but if he's your number 3 as well, it changes things. I sense, though, it's going to go down to the wire. There'll be a special innings from at least one. They need 2 batsmen to go, but I think we're going to see something special from a couple of the Aussie batsmen, and we're going to see incredible intensity from the Indian fielding as well. It's all on offer. I mean, how many people are here? 30,000, 25,000? Well, there's 23,000 Indian flags waving every time they do something good. That's hard to play against.
I tell you what, it's been one big party here at Kingsmead in Durban.
Oh, there's a couple of...
It started at about 5 o'clock. Plenty of Indian flags. There is support for Australia as well. No one would have to say it's in the minority. But you're dead right, Michael. You just sense that this game will go all the way down to the wire. Australia have got the depth in batting. This man often rises to the occasion when it matters.
World Cup in the Caribbean. Adam Gilchrist had not scored many runs throughout. We get to the final against Sri Lanka, and he hits. It was like a Yuvraj in his innings. Everything out of the park. He got the 100, one of the best one-day 100s you'd ever see. So Gilchrist, is it going to be that man that turns it on for Australia?
Left him over. Lay. So RP Singh, the in-form bowler for India, he'll start the proceedings. Gilchrist will be the man on strike. I think where India might want to improve on is they bowled a lot of wides and conceded quite a few extras in the game against South Africa. You don't want to do that against the Australians because that'll hurt. And remember, this is a different pitch. I said that in the morning. We've been saying it right through. The ball is coming onto the bat and not much lateral movement. I'm not happy with someone. It's the photographers who are sitting there asked to be moved because RP Singh is bowling over the wicket. Here he goes. Gilchrist, the man on strike. And a full-length delivery to start off.
Bullseye. Well, that's what Yuvraj was seeing when he was hitting. Is that Merv Hughes? Is it the big Mo there? It's 6 or nix. The Aussies are after 6s. Yuvraj got the 6s. There's the man. What form is he in? Incredible. Trying to motivate all the fieldsmen out there, yelling at them. Come on, boys.
Wide. Virendra Sehwag not on the field, and that's why Dinesh Karthik is out there. Standing in a slip position, took a magnificent catch the other night. Get rid of Graham Smith. Not playing in today's game because Yuvraj Singh was fit again. It'll be interesting to see how much swing RP Singh gets against the South Africans. He got the ball to move from the outset, even when he was bowling from around the wicket. That was a brilliant catch. Good piece of bowling, drawing the left-hander forward. Then from around the wicket, he cleaned up Pollock. He's at his best when he swings it.
It's always hard to face. It doesn't matter who you are. If the ball is swinging, it's very hard to face and hit big shots.
Sweetly timed. First boundary for Gilchrist. That was juicy on middle and leg and put away easily by the left-hander.
The reason it was dished up on leg stump was because Singh was trying to swing it. He set it up for the normal line that if it swings away, it's sort of swinging to on or outside off stump. It just went dead straight, and Cardinal sin against Gilchrist. That's what you want early on in innings, just get one away. There's always this pressure in 2020 cricket to hit the big one, but that was just a good shot.
That's a better delivery. That's a good area to bowl to Gilchrist. Very strong square of the wicket on either side, loves to cut and pull, sometimes likes to stay back and wait. So not much foot movement.
Length the key there for Singh. Short of a length. Gilchrist likes to pick the ball up. If he can get a few pull shots away, that's when you see him start to play those big innings. So length is crucial.
That's better. Again, a good delivery. RP Singh is very confident. Dhoni didn't go up.
Well, he's walked past Gilchrist. He's up there having a chat with Dhoni. He hit it right. He's got to get back to his mark. Pretty hard to hear a nick. Let's see if we can hear something. Very, very close. Couldn't hear anything in the ear. If there was a faint one, there wasn't a strong deviation. And usually a guilty sign. Does the batsman turn and watch the ball go through to the keeper? Well, he didn't on that occasion. Might have been a double bluff.
And we know Gilchrist walks.
Ah,
yep.
Of course he does.
Always does. Much better length again. I think the Indians have decided they won't bowl short to Gilchrist. 5 runs. Sharing the attack with RP Singh will be Srishant. Just asking the umpire to come back a couple of paces. Hayden will be on strike for the first time. And climbing into that, not even bothering to run. That's muscular from Hayden. First boundary for him.
That was a gift. It was a gift. That's very nice when you're opening the batting. You get a low full toss or a half volley. Crunch it through extra cover. It's an area he likes to hit. And that opening delivery from Srishant that didn't really ask a question. So an advantage to Hayden. Straight up.
Better delivery. He struggled in the past with left-hander Srishant, so it's important that he settles down quickly today.
Srishant, relatively new on the international scene for India. I don't think the Aussie batsmen have come across Srishant, and it's vice versa then, so he's not really sure what areas to bowl to Hayden or Gilchrist. He watches it on TV, but very quickly he's got to find the length because he's going to be pummeled if he doesn't.
You see Hayden chipping down. Australians too realise that there's not much time here to get a look in when the asking rate is over 9 runs per over. Michael Slater mentioned a couple of good overs and suddenly you'll see that required run rate jumping into double figures.
Oh, that's something that Hayden does like to do. He normally does take a couple of overs to get going. On this occasion he just trusts. He walks at the bowler. He doesn't walk to the leg side. It's straight down towards the bowler, and the belief there is that he's still giving himself the option to hit the ball anywhere. Instead of, if you back away, you're favouring the offside. Just letting it go through to the keeper. So it is Hayden sticking with the tried and tested. He's been prolific throughout. He's been prolific for the last 18 months. He's at the top of the tree, 207 runs. And the next most, 187, Shoaib Malik. So it's Matthew Hayden again leading a world event, the World Cup. He was the leading run scorer there.
Again, on target. Rarely have Australia, I think, in World Cup cricket been put under such pressure in a big match, in a knockout match.
Yeah, we'll see where they're at. We'll see if they have got rid of the cobwebs after the 3 months off. India, of course, coming out of playing a lot of cricket. They're in some sort of swing. After this tournament, Australia will go to India. They're playing 7 one-days against each other. So there's a real side against it. This is a psychological advantage, if you like. Win tonight, well, you're going through the final of the ICC World 2020, but it's bigger than that.
Gets the single. Lost 2 overs have been bowled. Remember, India were 26 for 1 after their first 5 overs, and then they started getting a move on. In fact, the move on started the moment Yuvraj came to the crease. He almost set the tone straight away with a 6 to get off the mark. And after that, played some outstanding shots. It was a fantastic exhibition of clean hitting from the elegant left-hander.
Surprise shorter ball. That's smart bowling. Smart bowling. And I don't know that the quick bowlers have used it enough. All through this tournament, as a batsman, you're expecting them on the front foot. That's where you're looking to play your power shots. But RP Singh, he's in real good form, identifying that. Let's shorten it up, see what he's got.
And he's used it well. He's got a good bouncer. He's a lot sharper than you think. He puts in that extra effort when he bowls a short delivery. What it also does, it keeps the batsman guessing, especially when you have a left armer swinging the ball. You don't want him to line you up and just come down the track, stick a big front foot down the track. Even if Gilchrist or Hayden are good pullers or hookers, it's well worth trying the odd short delivery.
They nervous? Damn right they are. Look at Andrew Simons, he's got his helmet on already. He's just going to charge straight out there.
Just the single.
Things not happening for Australia, but I hope they don't start to panic. You can just feel pressure building. The Indians will be feeling this as well. There's been a lot of big shots from attempted shots so far from Gilchrist and Hayden, but only the one boundary. And the sense then from the fielding side is, I'm going to get an opportunity, I've got to take it. At the start of this over, India were 10 for no loss, Australia 11 for no loss. So it's the cameo in the middle of the innings that can win the match.
Well struck. He went quickly to mid-on. It's a good over so far. Just 1 run of it. Can he finish it off well? What it does then, it'll start putting pressure on the Australians. I don't think they'll wait too long. If RP Singh finishes off well here, you might see some chances being taken in the next over. Away on the onside. That's 6. Wristy flick from Gilchrist. Srishant continuing. Something you've not seen Hayden do too often. When he's looking to attack, he plays cricketing shots. Now this is the last ball of the previous over. Gilchrist special. Just a wristy flick, away she goes into the crowd. He's a feisty character, Srishant, that's for sure.
It's a good tussle. I love it. I love it. Don't you love ball against bat? Srishant charging in. They had a few little words to each other, or a bit of a glare last over. Threatens to throw it. Nasty stare.
No, this was his last over. The first ball went for 4, but then the rest of the over was pretty good around off stump, so he came back well. Pressure building. You could almost see it coming now, where the chances are being taken.
He just needs to get one away. At the moment he's just overhitting. He's really trying to drag it to the onside. His head's down, he's watching the ball, but he's just overhitting. And when you overhit, he's just taking himself out of some sort of half-quality cricket shot. That's a bit of a slog. Matty Hayden plays his best when, if he straightens the blade, goes for the side screen, he'll probably drag it to long on. But there's more of a straight back coming through.
That's exactly what I was thinking. This is a good over. 4 dot balls. Srishant hasn't played much against the Aussies, but he has played one match. That was in the ICC Trophy in Mohali. That was in November last year. And he did a pretty good job. He picked up 2 for 43, got the wickets of Gilchrist and Ponting.
These are 4 dot balls. In the context of this match, the run rate now, 10.5 runs and over. It's ticking up almost every couple of balls. And that's what Gilchrist and Hayden will be... Well, Hayden says he never looks at the scoreboard. Well, I think he is tonight.
Wrapped on the pads. Srishant can't believe it. Now, leg by signal. He got an extra run because the ball went away into the outfield.
Firstly, look at the LBW. It was on the roll. The line's pretty good. Height was the issue. So it was just short, just a tad too short from Srishant. But he's bowling the perfect line and length at the moment. Please, that was out, he's saying. He's begging.
Good shape. He's getting a good shape going. Last ball of the over. And it's a good finish. Excellent over. RP continuing. And again, chipped away on the onside. He'll get the boundary, Gilchrist. He's just got to get his line a little around off stump, outside off stump. He likes it in that area. Hit him for a 6 in the last over. Now starts this over with a boundary. Australia need a big over now.
Yeah, and there's a distinct difference from batting against Srishant to RP Singh at the moment. The angle is what Gilchrist is using, and that's why he's being able to free their arms and hit to where left-handers love to hit. The fieldsman has now moved around to more that cow corner position.
That's in the air. Should land safely, and in fact it's cleared the boundary just about, I think. Just for a minute you thought he had mistimed it. So good start to the over. Boundary and now a 6. 10 off the first 2 balls. Just what Australia wanted. Just needs one big over to get you on your way.
Better ball there from Singh. Right up there in the block hole. Can't get underneath that, but it's Gilchrist who is getting off to the fly. 21 off 11 balls. He's got 2 4s, 2 6s. And maybe Hayden will just start to think, well, you know, Gilly's the man doing it at the moment. I'll just try and get the single, get myself going that way. I mean, it's not really 2020 thinking, but if you've got a man who is hitting the ball and taking the pressure off, then maybe he should be on strike. Mind you, this is the first time Hayden's facing. A different angle might help him.
That's well struck. So much better Hayden when he hits down the ground. 15 off this over already, still 2 balls to go.
Yeah, slight change of theory there from Hayden. He still walked towards the bowler, but thought, well, I'm gonna go straight here, and one bounce. A little bit of luck so far for him. 34 for no loss. That's up on what India were at the same time in their innings. That's because Yuvraj hadn't got out there yet. The line has been good to Hayden. Here's the beehive. We just see that the direction has been good from Srisanth. Outside off stump. And the plays and misses are the white deliveries. He's left a couple go, which is a rarity in this game. But very good line and length.
Again, looking to bowl a full length. Single to end the over. Good one for Australia. 17 of it. 5 gone. Srishant to continue. 36 for no loss in the commentary box. Harsha Bogle is with Sunny Gavaskar.
Yes, it's good news that Srishant has started bowling because it means he stopped appealing. I thought he was never going to stop. I thought they'd have to take him away in a plane. Knocked him over! What a big wicket! When he bowls line and length and swings the ball, he's a fine bowler. Let the ball do the talking, young man, and you'll bowl like that. Gilchrist gone for 22, Australia 36 for 1. Moving in slightly, that's his best delivery, the outswinger. And knocking Gilchrist's middle stump off. Beautifully bowled. When he concentrates on that outswinger, he's a fine bowler and he likes bowling right-handers. All he needs to worry about Srishant is his rhythm. When he gets the rhythm going, he's a good bowler. Sometimes he wastes it by gesturing, but that's a fine ball. Yes, it's a terrific delivery. Moving in late after pitching. And Adam Gilchrist doesn't really have much footwork. He's been bowled through the gate several times. Flintoff has got him out bowled. Simon Jones for England got him out bowled. Harmison's got him out bowled in that manner. And now Srishant. Lovely delivery that. When the ball leaves his hand with a seam upright, it's one of the better sights in the game. Now, yes, Australia feeling a bit hot. They've lost Gilchrist, 22 from 13. He was just starting to get into his groove, Gilchrist. We know he can be the most dangerous player in the world. Now Hodge will need a bit of time. Hayden will have to start firing at the other end. He's on 10 from 18 balls. On the bounce, the third man. So Hodge gets off the mark. Spent the summer playing county cricket in England. 35 not out from 22 versus Zimbabwe. Is one of the few batsmen who came out of that game with credit. 36 from 29. Now that's one of the problems. Every time Australia have chased and won a game, the middle order has hardly got a bat. Michael Clarke hasn't had much batting to do. Neither has Brad Hodge. Brad Haddon hasn't had much either. Yes, and that can sometimes come in the way of putting a good performance when it's your turn to bat. Not going to be easy straight to come from the nets and produce the runs in the middle. This is a wonderful spell of bowling from Srishant. He's in his third over. 1 for 6 so far. Those are figures of gold there. Keep going back to what Sean Pollock said midway through the tournament. He said
A dot ball is a piece of gold. Hayden as usual down, 6-8 inches outside the crease. Let's it go. 6 overs gone. It's 37 for 1. Haven't seen so many India flags at a cricket match in India. Absolutely haven't. Now Irfan Pathan comes on. Australia just under 11 and over. They'll have to target a bowler. Will they go after Pathan? They're even playing Indian music, the DJs. The Australians might be tempted to say, hang on, there's another team here.
Yes, and every time there's a dot ball, you can hear the cheers from the crowd. Lots of tourist groups from India to watch this game. So naturally India can expect a bit of support, and of course the rivalry between South Africa and Australia will mean that there will be some South Africans also supporting the Indians. Good bowling that. 2 dot ball. We saw him coming. Hodge virtually telegraphed his intentions by moving even before Pathan was in the delivery stride. So Pathan could just shorten his length and make sure that he didn't come in that slog area.
Well, still some people wearing South African jerseys here. Must confess, I thought they're the best balance among the teams here. Pakistan is pretty reasonable balance as well to their team. Look for 2 here. Srishant doing the fielding down to the boundary. At some point they're going to need a big over, Australia. Having said that, after 9 overs, India were 48 for 2. So Australia going by that old maxim, keep your wickets. Actually, if you look at it, there's in terms of theories as they're unfolding in this tournament, and they are, none of us knew quite what to expect. It's not a huge change from 50 overs cricket, just condensed. Well bowled again. Well bowled again, he followed him.
Yes, once again Brad Hodge signalling his intentions to Irfan Pathan, even as he was in the delivery stride, allowing Irfan Pathan to bowl a much shorter length. And this is going to be one of Australia's plus points, the running between the wickets. They are very, very nimble between the wickets. Quick to judge the run, quick to judge who's a slower fielder, quick to know who does not have a good throwing arm.
I'd expect something big here. Yes! I haven't seen Matthew Hayden play a shot like that, I must confess. It just is so powerful down the ground, never needed to play that.
Yes, delicate shots, not exactly the hallmark of Matthew Hayden's batting. As you said, he likes to drive the ball powerfully on both sides of the wicket. This is more a help along shot from Matthew Hayden, but it's still a boundary.
Hodge is coming back for the second. He's dragging Hayden back, and Hayden is running to the safe end. Just nosing ahead. Just nosing ahead, that worm. Oh, what a moment for this young man. Some time ago playing for Haryana, Indian domestic cricket. Now all of a sudden on the big stage, everyone's watching. Every ball has to be right.
Indian flag being waved from the castle corner. Yes, it's not going to be easy for the young man, and particularly in this format of the game where bowlers get taken for boundaries and sixes, even of good balls. So Joginder Sharma has to try and mix his deliveries a little bit. He can be sometimes a little predictable, the pace and the movement.
Fine leg was inside the circle, handy runs. Fine leg was in because he tends to be a release the ball rather than hit the deck bowler.
On the pads, and he's walked it away.
Now Dhoni is coming up to the stumps to prevent Hayden from taking that step or two out down the wicket. Good stop. Oh dear. And the throw never came. But he had to do what he did. But it can look funny sometimes.
Yes, but he had to get back into the crease, hammered away. And Uthappa could have had a shy at it because there was a fielder backing up.
I tell you what, I'd love to know how long it took to reach Uthappa. That ball would have reached the boundary in a couple of seconds. Massive! Show me a six bigger than this in this tournament. It's gone to Peter Marisburg.
Well, is this going to be more than 119 meters that Yuvraj it? Smiles on the faces of the Australians. They now know that Hayden's not going. This is the slower delivery. And whacked away. This is what Matthew Hayden is famous for. Big, powerful shot. This is a big, powerful shot.
Don't even bother getting it back. They've called a new one out. Anybody working late in the offices there? Watch out. Just watch it go. It's in orbit, Matthew. It's in orbit. So they're starting to turn it on slowly. Australia need many more of those. I just wonder, there's an element of people called macho in this. 110 meters. I'll tell you what. If Yuvraj's 6 was 119, that's 9 meters short. Well, if I was Matthew Hayden, I'd go to the appellate tribunal.
No, I think that the pitch is on that side of the boundary is a little closer. That's another big one into the crowd.
18 from the over. Simons, Hussey, Clark, there's batting there. Now I think the key is going to be wickets. Both teams. Still can't get over that 6 from Hayden. He did not touch anything in the stadium. Up in the air, will beat the man. Fine leg was inside the circle. Yes, Irfan Pathan's looking at that and saying, why didn't I have a man there? Because you only have 11. 4 have to be inside the circle.
Came onto him a little quicker than he anticipated and not really in a position to play that shot. But because he's such a muscular man, such a powerful man, even that miss it went beyond that fielder there in the short fine area.
The assault is now well and truly on. Good take, wide call. Such an imposing presence at the crease. Matthew Hayden is a big man, barrel-chested, big shoulders. If he takes a step down the ground, I tell you what, Dhoni is doing a really good job standing up. It's not the biggest ground in the world, this, but it's not that small either. Every ball is a contest, isn't it? It's no longer an over, but every ball. 119 to Yuvraj, 110 to Hayden. 2 of those 3 today. I know Sunil Gavaskar said that 6 from Hayden went to the shorter boundary. It hit nothing. It was last seen disappearing. How far did it go? I wouldn't even know. Might have got a run if he hadn't played a ball, if he hadn't played a shot.
India need wickets. The manner in which Hayden is going, he's looking to finish the match with a couple of overs to spare. It's not going to be easy. 121 of 69 deliveries.
Scream, scream. Taken! The batsman's got to go surely. He waited for a while. Almost as
Andrew Simons, right hand batsman. My favourite shot is cover drive.
Oh, and the brick dreadlocks, he looks like the warrior that he is. Hasn't quite stamped his influence on the tournament yet. Will it be today? Just wonder what Brad Holt is waiting for. Wonder whether he thought the field was outside the ring and so it might be a no ball. Because he didn't go for a while. The field was well inside. Yeah, just waiting. Then he's got to go. Disbelief maybe. Two. Get handed. Oh, it's gone. He did the difficult part. And then let it go through. 8 of the over. It's 72. They've done well to keep it there. Well ahead of where India were at the same stage. 50% ahead of where India were. Harbhajan Singh comes on after Joginder Sharma's first over was expensive. He'll have to get 3 more from Joginder somewhere. And a wicket will come in very handy.
India obviously hoping that they will not need too many of Joginder Sharma's overs. He's bowled 1, he can bowl 3 more. But if a few wickets fall in the interim, they can bring him back for a couple of overs. Young man obviously short of confidence.
Is he going to target mid-wicket here? Pushing for 2 straight away and they'll get it easy. He hit it fairly hard, but the call was for 2 straight away. Went to a young man who's pretty sharp in the outfield, but it's always going to be 2. It's been a sensational evening, this. No signal from the umpire, and that's a fair call. If it turns after having pitched in the right areas, there's not much you can do.
That's interesting. Turn.
Back in.
I think Australia have gone beyond the stage where they can target a bowler. Every over has got to be targeted. As long as they can keep it under 11 over, they'll get another big over somewhere. You'll get a 20 or a couple of 16, 17 somewhere. And then you're in business. But this man could well hold the key. As I said, hasn't quite stamped himself on this tournament yet. Could well be his day just when his side needs him to.
Jaws.
Is that the lull? Is that the lull before the big storm? That's why you must keep taking wickets. So you get more of the lulls than the storms. Two more. Five of the overs so far. Australia need 11 every over. The asking rate has just gone above 11. 4 fielders inside the circle there.
Wide.
Good over. 10 overs gone. 77 for 2. .2 an over. Australia will say if India could get them, we can. Irfan Pathan with the ball. Ian Chappell and Ravi Shastri.
Thank you, Harsha. So Irfan Pathan will continue. He's into his 3rd over. And it's Hayden, the man on strike. And that smash down the ground. Long on, will cut it off. Good piece of fielding. The ball was coming to him quickly. It's all happening down there, and Michael Slater is down there too.
Thanks, mate. We've got a treat here. Ricky Ponting, captain of the Australian cricket team, not playing but sitting in the benches here. How are you feeling?
Yeah, feeling okay. We've got a bit of a game on our hands at the moment, but you wouldn't want two better blokes to be out there for you with a bit of a run chase on your hands.
Yeah, once it creeps over, well, it's up over 11 now. What do you need?
I just need a partnership. If you can get a partnership now, we can get a partnership now. Watch this ball. I think we've seen right through this tournament, if you get a partnership through the middle of the innings, especially on a ground and a wicket like this, you're pretty capable of scoring just about anything. So it's a very small ground. We've got two of the most powerful hitters in world cricketing at the moment. If they can bat for the next 5 or 6 overs, then we're right in the game.
Yeah, I suppose that's what Yuvraj and Utapa showed, that if you can get on a roll and get hitting, then it's a 6-hitting ground.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, all the grounds around South Africa are. I mean, this one probably in particular, I think we're talking about less than 60 metre square boundaries. So, these two big guys here get striking the ball, and we could be in for a bit of entertainment, I think.
Baton full, Hayden hitting strongly down the ground. One more. This is a big atmosphere here, but out of the 20-odd thousand, there's about 19,000 Indian flags. Is that working against you, do you think?
It might be. I haven't seen too many Aussies around the place tonight. It actually feels like we're in the middle of India, but look, terrific ground, great stadium, great feel around the place, as you say, and we'll keep our fingers crossed, mate, and hopefully these two guys can get us home.
Thanks for your time. Back to you guys.
Yes, Ricky Ponting looking pretty relaxed, 80 for 2 at the moment. There goes Pathan. That's in the air, and clears Harbhajan. He's a strong man, Andrew Simons. He'll get 6 for that.
Well, it was Harbhajan who took a brilliant catch on the boundary the other night, but on this occasion he couldn't quite pull it in. Gee, that is just brute strength there. And what's more, he didn't give it the full swing either.
That's why he's such a dangerous player. Sensible cricket, plays it away for the single. 9 runs in this over, so Australia keeping up with it. Important thing, they've got wickets in hand. Plenty of batting to come. Well, this has all the ingredients of a terrific cricket match that'll go all the way down to the wire. Fantastic atmosphere here. Jam-packed stadium. Hayden takes the aerial route. And it's 6, easy.
The good thing is, often you get big matches that let you down, but this one hasn't. It's been of the highest possible standard.
Yes, the quality of cricket has been tremendous. Good clean hitting, some good bowling, fielding has been sharp. And then watched by a full house makes it so much more exciting. Here's Harbhajan. He's looking to give him the charge. We'll have to wait for the umpire signal. I think he's gloved this. It's a run signal.
I think the difference between a bowler like Harbhajan in this tournament and Shahid Afridi is looking to take wickets. I get the feeling that's come off the forearm. Harbhajan is looking to tie the batsman down.
And that's why I think here it won't be a bad idea for Dhoni to go and have a chat with him. Tell him, listen, wickets are actually more important at this stage of the game. Take a risk if you want to.
Yeah, he's just darting them into the pads at the moment. That's trying to keep the batsman quiet rather than trying to get them out.
Again, quicker through the air.
May well have been worthwhile gambling on the other spinner for India, because Pakistan had a lot of success against Australia with the 2 spinners. See, that's just a dart into leg stump, and that really is designed to keep it down to a single rather than get hit out of the ground. But I think, sure, Harbhajan might get hit out of the ground, but if he buys one of these 2 guys, he's done his team a huge favour.
Five runs of the over so far. Just got the feeling Hayden's looking to heave him away on the onside. He's eyeing that mid-wicket area if Harbhajan bowls length. In fact, goes down the ground. 1 bounce to long off. They'll come back for the second. Get it easily. 12 overs, both from More. Might just see a bowling change here. Virender Sehwag is standing there. He's got a ball in his hand. Won't be surprised. It won't be a bad idea to just gamble with him. Give him an over and see how it goes. In fact, he is being brought into the attack. Now, this is a gamble Dhoni is taking. He may go for a few runs, but I think it's well worth it.
Well, the difference you'll see here is Virender Sehwag is more of a bowler who looks for wickets, whereas Harbhajan, as I've said, he is more a bowler who's looking to contain. I think this is a very good move.
Just wide of mid-wicket. And also, what will happen now is the Australians will target him. They know he might not bowl his full quota of overs. He might just bowl 1 or 2 overs, and they'll look to get after him. Therein lies your chance of picking up a wicket as well. There you see lots slower through the air.
And it very nearly worked. The underneath edge there, just going past leg stump. But that's the way that Pakistan have bowled a lot, their spinners. Not so much darting the ball in, but giving the ball a bit of air and making the batsman think and put the power into the shot.
See, for Simons, he's still tossing it up, but it's a fuller length. He's struggling with the injury, Sehwag, but he might just do the job for his team here today if he can pick up a couple of wickets. That's a full toss, and it gets the treatment. Then to the crowd, effortlessly put away by Hayden. Well, he reaches a half century and is having a very good tournament.
That's a tremendous shot from Matthew Hayden. Bringing the 50 up with absolute line shot. That's like a line drive.
We heard a call from the umpire. Now, if it's a no ball, then it's a free hit. Yes, 2 runs taken, no ball signal, a free hit. Still 2 balls to go, so Australia can make this into a big one. It's Hayden on strike. Now he'll just pick his spot here. Doesn't matter where Sehwag bowls, he'll go for it. He gets it in the gap and pull back nicely. Robin Uthappa, the fielder there.
Even though it was a no ball, it was a poor attempt in the outfield. That was not this one, but the previous, the no ball, that should have been caught.
Still 1 to go, 14 in this over already. That's in the air, and Hayden makes it 20 for the over. Expensive. Not allowed that required run rate to jump. It was over 9 runs per over when they started the innings. It's still 9.86, so they've got things under control. 8 wickets in hand, and here's Harbhajan. Simons in the air this time, who will clear the boundary. Now again, a powerful strike this. Just get the feeling now, both these batsmen are going to go berserk.
Well, that's the long part of the ground. You've really got to get, as Afridi showed the other day, you've got to get Simons driving to give him trouble as a spinner. Still looking to contain when India's got to get a wicket now. In fact, they need two very quickly.
Well, Yuvraj could be another option. You can see the tense faces of the Indians.
That was a much better delivery, and it troubled the batsman because it had some flight. It made the batsman think about what he had to do.
He gets bounced as well. Good effort.
Fantastic effort there from Harbhajan. It would have been an unbelievably good catch. It was hit so hard. Great effort. The slower deliveries are the ones that have been mistimed and beaten the batsman, not the quicker darts.
So, one ball left in this over. Chance of a run out. He needed to collect it. Direct hit and Simons would have gone. There was still a chance, one thought. It's 129 for 2. Here, just 60 required from 6 overs, so 10 runs per over. He's looking to finish Srishant off. He's bowled 3 overs. This is his 4th. Excellent figures before this. 3 overs for 6 runs and a wicket.
Brilliant take on that occasion by MS Dhoni. Srishant with excellent figures, 1 for 6. But he's got to maintain it now, and it's going to be under fire because these two will be coming after him.
That'll be 4. It's gone away fine. 3rd man 2 square.
That's what happens when you're just playing with freedom in your mind. Just got to belt everything. The edges always seem to go into the gaps.
Yes, the stage is just about perfect for Simons now. He's got the license to go after every delivery. He's got his eye in. He's on 32 of 18. He's already struck a couple of 6s. Just a single on that occasion. Now Matthew Hayden, how quickly he turns things around. He took his time early on, but suddenly 62 from 46. And you can see where Australia have got their runs. They've hit a lot down the ground. In the mid-wicket cover area, a lot towards mid-on as well. Gilchrist got a few runs in that direction towards mid-wicket. Bowled in! Off stump out of the ground, and Srishant does the job for his captain. Brought back into the attack. Gets the dangerous Hayden. He departs for 62 of 47, 134 for 3.
Having a drink together, I think that's what he said.
Mike Hussey, left-hand batsman. Favourite shot is full shot.
Michael Hussey comes out to the middle.
Well, it's been a very good spell of bowling from Srishant. It's in his final over. He's got 2 for 11. Been a terrific performance from him. And he's hit the stumps twice.
And Dhoni's done the right thing. He's got a slip in place for the new man. He knows the importance of a wicket. Another one quickly. And Hussey's away. Single on the offside, but a good delivery to get rid of Hayden. Good Yorker from around the wicket. And that gets him excited. Normally he's an excitable character, but this just fires him up even more.
It generally will. The off stump flying out of the ground.
"15 overs bowled. It's 135 for 3. So not much to choose between the two sides, but Australia have got wickets in hand, 7. Still 5 overs to go. And in the commentary box to take you through to the end of what could be a terrific game, David Bumble Lloyd, and with him Michael Slater.
Thanks, Ravi. He's just blown a gasket, Srishant. The engine's blown up. Great figures though. 4 overs, 1 made and 2 for 12. Hussey, new to the crease. Simon's still there, 33 from 20.
The 3 wickets have gone down for Australia. They're in a terrific position. It's a long way to go. First one gone. Gilchrist bowled. The pumped up Srishant. That one helped down the throat of 45, and here we see the third. Gutsy move to a man that stands 2 foot over you.
Pulled away. It doesn't bother to move. Andrew Simons, immensely strong. Simons moves on to 37 from 21. 49 from 28 required.
Flat batted, helped on its way. That's all you have to do. That man, the fine leg, not there. He's up inside the ring, banking on the bowler, getting it in the right spot. He doesn't.
Simons again, down to long on. They'll take 2. Desperate chance of a catch.
We've seen a few of those today. Australia had a few exactly the same. Tapper sees it. He wants to make the commitment. He comes charging in and just can't get there. But that's what the captain wants to see. This is courageous at any stage. If a bounce is a little bit shorter, it's up into the face. You lose your front teeth, Bumble.
Done that already. 142 for 3. 47 from 27 Australia. Simons will be an influence. Bouncer. Big appeal. Nothing given. Simons looks to square leg for a wide. He gets his wide.
It was all happening. The Indians thought there was a top edge. Simons not interested. Looks at square leg umpire. A few words being said out here. It's on. What a game of 2020 cricket. The winner going through to the final.
Well, that's been given a wide. There is a massive appeal from behind the stumps. No, there isn't from the bowler. Square leg umpire. Ralph gives a decision, gives the wide. Gets it through to Benson, the standing umpire. Good Yorker, attempted Yorker. They'll come back for 2 here. They'll look for 2. Here they come. Gets there.
That's why Hussey's such a great man for this occasion. He's fantastic between the wickets, and he's always going to be rotating. But once he gets going, it'll take him a little longer than some of the power hitters like Simons. But when he gets going, is he calling for a runner there? I think he's just called for a runner. I wonder whether he's done a hamstring. He has.
Well, it's that sort of game. We're going to have a hold-up. And the players don't really want this. They want the flow of the game. India will get together. They'll just mill around, and it looks as if a runner will be coming on. Simons drives down the ground. Look at Hussey. Pitches down, turns. What's his problem? There, the stretch.
You're right, Bumble. It's this sort of format, isn't it? The players, they sit in the dugout, they get cold, and then all of a sudden they're out there and they're sprinting singles, twos, threes. The Australian physio.
Well, there will be a delay here. India are doing not very much at the minute. They're just hanging around. Mahendra Singh Dhoni gets together with Sharma, just discussing where he wants to bowl. Got one or two Yorkers in there. Both umpires are waiting to see what happens. Andrew Simons is coming off. Andrew Simons is not injured. He's coming down to the dugout.
There's a huge delay. Well, it was Michael Clarke, going out to run. Then they've said, well, you haven't batted yet, mate, so you've got to go off. And it's probably Hayden who's going to be... Here comes Matthew Hayden in the dugout. He probably still had his pads on. He was sitting there, exhausted after his innings. Now he's still got a job to do for his country.
Yeah, Clarke, if he's not batted, can't be one of the runners. It's got to be one of the batsmen who are already dismissed. So Matt Hayden comes out. I mean, just for the record, he's got to be dressed in exactly the same apparel as the batsman at the crease. And I can tell you, it's all going off out there. They're mixing it with Andy Simons' India. That's brave. But good on them. Don't be bullied. They weren't bullied by South Africa, and they're not going to be bullied by Australia. Oh, that's a bit harsh.
But fair in this crowd. Well, there's no arguing if you're Australian. You just got to put up with it today.
You're not taking that line down, are you? Get yourself down there.
No, I'm not. I was down there 5 overs ago. You could not believe the atmosphere. When I spoke to Ricky Ponting, you could just see that everyone is pumped up.
So the runner is out there. The runner is Matt Hayden. Michael Hussey injured, hamstring you would think. Sharma again. Gets his Yorker in. He's tried really hard to get that in. Just a single this time.
We might be down to another bowl off. India would have the advantage.
You can't see any stars, but I think it's written in them. What do these think? Awash with Indian spectators. India score 188 for 5. Breathtaking stuff. Australia having a real go at this. 43 from 25 required. Everybody's changing positions. The umpire is moving to the offside. Non-striking batsman runner. Too many people out there. Call is one. Oh, he's coming back. Misfield two, easy. 148 for 3. 16 overs. India were 141 for 3. Australia 148 for 3. Australia need 41 from 24. Simons, yeah, he had to play an innings in this competition. 42 from 24, Andrew Simons. Hussey is with him. What a spider that is. It's a millipede.
What entertainment. I think that's what it says. And it's going to go right down to the wire. Hussey hobbling to square leg. Is that going to affect his stroke play? I think not.
Patan down the leg side. So lucky there that MS Dhoni doesn't gather this.
I thought there was a chance. It seemed to me that Simons... he assumed that it had been missed, but for a moment there, I think he thought, oh, has he got hold of it? Am I wandering out of the crease here too soon?
Good move from Dhoni. Comes up to the stumps now. Hussey on strike. I don't think Hussey is going to go dancing down.
It's 1 over now, Bumble, isn't it? Either way. One good bowling over, one good batting over, and that's the game.
Oh, that's a big hit. That's 6. Don't even have to look. Right out of the middle. Right out of the screws.
what Hussey has done so well for the last year and a half in the one-day outfit, now in 2020 cricket. He's the finisher. He's taken over from Michael Bevan in that role. And that one, as soon as it was hit, was into the stands.
This might just be the over that you're talking about. 2 deliveries, 7 runs so far. Hussey again into the offside. Single, got to go, misfield.
And there's always confusion when there's a runner out there. You look up, you see someone not running. Oh no, there's a mix-up. Wide out there. Matthew Hayden. There he is.
Can't afford any misfields, India. Bowled in! Andrew Simons was the one that India wanted. Simons is a goner, it's Urban Patan. Simons giving himself room. Off stump, half a pint back. Huge wicket this. Simons 43, Australia 156 for 4.
Cutting close with Simons. Patan was bang on target. Good bowling. And Simons, as you do in this form of the game, you innovate. You do cut close at this stage of the game. Just came down on it a bit too late.
Michael Clark, right-handed batsman. My favourite shot is the cover drive.
Well, the young pup's in, Michael Clark. And he is a player, Clark. Gets at least 2 here.
Another look at the Simons wicket. How big is this for India? Hussey had hit the big 6 and Patan, he had to be bang on line, otherwise he was going again. And that's the 4th down for Australia. Pressure on, run rate required, 9.8. It's dipping just under 10 now.
Slow delivery. Pushed into the leg side. That's the end of the 17th. 159 for 4. That's it. Australia looking for 30. Been so many conference calls out there in the middle. Batsmen, 3 of the batsmen, there's a runner out there. This is a huge conversation here between Mahendra Singh Dhoni, Harbhajan Singh, Yuvraj Singh. There's plenty more being in. Who's going to bowl it? That's what this is all about. Who's going to bowl this? Harbhajan Singh off spin. This is the 18th over, 30 from 18 deliveries. Unbelievable atmosphere here at Kingsmead, under lights. Just look at the tension, look in their eyes. Bowled in! Harbhajan, give it to me! I'll bowl it! Harbhajan turns the game once again on its head. Harbhajan Singh, off spinner, starts his 4th over, gets Clark, 159 for 5.
Eruption here at Kingsmead. Another Aussie wicket goes down. I'm sure there's an eruption in India as well. All the support for the Indians around the world. They had a disappointing time of it in the World Cup at the start of the year, and here they are. Is this wicket going to get them through to the final? Harbhajan thinks so, but his job's not over.
The new man coming to the crease now for Australia is Grant Hendon.
Brad Haddon, right-hand batsman. My favourite shot is a hook shot.
30 from 17. Brad Haddon is the new batsman. Michael Clark is the latest wicket.
Well, how did this work for India? They didn't know who to bowl. Harbhajan was the one next to Dhoni, and I'm sure he said to him, yeah, I want it. I'm bowling well, I've taken wickets throughout, and there's the look. Yes, we made the right call. So Haddon, who's only played one other game in the tournament, comes out. I'm sure he's hit 1 million balls in the nets. This is a bit different now.
Sure is. Dot ball. Priceless.
Brett Lee. Anytime you're shaping up in the dugout like that, I think there's signs of nerves, Bubble.
Harbhajan into his last over. His figures are outstanding. Terrific top ball again. Listen to this crowd.
Well, 2 balls remaining so far. 1 run, 1 wicket. This is a winning over from Harbhajan Singh. He wanted it. Don't celebrate too early, though.
Offside. They should look for 2. Racing. Just a single. Well, you said, will it be an over for India or a big over for Australia? It's India. It's Harbhajan. He's got to finish this off now. Players going all over the place. Captain's been out to cover. 2 batsmen are in the middle. Harbhajan has 1 delivery. We talk about tension, that's the field. Infield on the edge of the circle. Boundary riders. Terrific delivery. It really is a terrific delivery to end. 162 for 5.
Start, and almost every ball was a perfect Yorker. That's gone straight under the bat of Michael Clark. That's all it takes.
Well, every delivery now is an event. 12 deliveries left in the game. We've talked about a ball out. It's definitely on. India at this stage, don't get too carried away, at this stage India 161 for 4, Australia 162 for 5. Haddon on strike. He's got Hussey, the hobbling Hussey, as his partner.
Haddon's a hitter, Bumble. He really is. He's one of those players that can time the ball very quickly in an innings. He's going to need to tonight, but he is a hitter. He's known for that. Plays for New South Wales back in Australia. Where will he target?
Harping Singh, is it a wide? No. Umpire lets that go. Dot ball again. RP Singh back into the attack. Final over for him. Harbhajan finishes 4 overs, 1 for 24.
Dot balls, goal. Everyone makes it harder and harder. Tension all around the ground. India are in the box seat, there's no doubt about it. Australia will throw punches right to the final ball.
So Wid's there again. Oh, he gets away with it again. This is marginal. It's right on the extremes.
Accentuated because of the left arm angle. Could go either way, but it's just inside that tram line, the line that you can see, just inside that.
27 from 10. Got to go, Australia. Oh dear me. That will not count. That'll be a no ball. Very sorry, immediately.
Given a no ball, but it's not the same as if you overstep the mark for the no ball. It won't be a free hit. And he's just confirming that Brad Haddon, just asking, that's no free hit, and it won't be.
Brute of a delivery. Apologies all round. It is the worst delivery for a batsman. High full toss. Here we go. This bounces. It's a single. It's not enough. Come on, Michael Slater. What have they got?
Well, it's Hussey. It's the angle that Hussey can use is different for Hatton. He's just got out there. He's hardly had a battle tour. It's the angle across. And every shot he's trying to hit to the onside. It's a difficult shot at this stage. But with Hussey, it's coming back into him. He can help it over that mid-wicket fence. Long on. That's where he'll target. He doesn't mind hitting straight either. But then Singh has been in control for the last few games.
Well, he's known as Mr. Cricket. Third man inside the circle. Fine leg inside the circle. RP Singh, you've got to be dead on here. Hurled away leg side. Lets it go. You can have a single. Fielder opts just to let that go.
Every ball is not a boundary, whether it be 6 or 4. It comes back to India again. They're happy with that. One run, not good enough for Australia. But you could see what Hussey was trying to do. At this stage for India, they've just got to take the heat out of the ball, keep the pace out of it. Harder to hit if it's slower.
Hadden again. Must be a boundary. Swing and a miss. India ecstatic.
Dear oh dear. That dear oh dear comes from an Aussie, let me tell you. I think this over has backed up the Harbhajan Singh over, and you feel that the job is too difficult now for Australia.
Are you watching in Pakistan? This is looking like Pakistan versus India at Joburg, but 7 deliveries still to go. Not enough. It's not going to be enough. We'll scramble back for 2. We're into the final over. It's 167 for 5. .22 from 6 deliveries, and for a ball out 21. Australia have got to go. Last over, 22 required. Who's going to be a hero? Sharma, 2 overs, none for 31. Will bowl this last over. RP Singh finished his spell. 4 overs, none for 33. Michael Hussey is on strike.
Things have just slowed down. Dhoni wants his players in the right spot. More time for Hussey to think about, where am I going to target? There's no doubt, the arc. It's a cow corner. He doesn't mind going over extra cover. One thing for sure, the first delivery means a lot. It's a 4 or 6 for Australia.
Swing and a miss. Yuvraj is out there. Yuvraj has it 6 sixes. They will know, India, that this is still on. Michael Hussey is a player and some. 5 deliveries left. 22 required.
What a match. What a game. Yuvraj has set it up. He was the hero with the bat.
Doesn't get it. Doesn't get it. India converge again on the field. Look at them in the outer.
It's just awesome bowling, Bumble. This is the pressure that we talk about with 2020 cricket, and India have been on song. They did what they liked doing, batting first. They posted a big total, and in the field, almost faultless.
It's got to be 6s. 4 deliveries left. Is that one? No, it's not. High in the air, third man. Takes the catch. Hussey dives bravely. Injured Hussey. It's Yuvraj, would you believe it? It must be destiny. India, are they pumped? What a game this has been. Michael Hussey, not got it there. 13 from 12, 167 for 6.
What pictures we're bringing you, can you believe it? Australia are going to go down. And Yuvraj Singh yet again into the action. He's pumped! He is pumped!
What scenes! Unbelievable scenes! Oh yeah! Oh yeah! Oh yeah! Only 3 deliveries remain. Brett Lee, new batsman. Australia lead 22 from 3.
No ball or two?
I think they've gone through that. Mahendra Singh Dhoni has been down there. He would just said one thing: behind the line. Swung away leg side. All over, Barder shouting, come back for 2, a leisurely 2. Australia know now they're not in the final.
It'll hurt them too, Bumble, but they've been outplayed today. India have been in form, all the facets of the game. Yuvraj Singh has set the scene with a bat. He's driving this team at the moment with emotion. The bowling has been bang on target.
Bowling! They're having fun now. Brett Lee, just a swing, going through the motion. They needed 20 from 2. They need 20 from 1 now. Sharma joins in. He's picked up a couple of wickets. Smiles, relief for India. They're in the final. The Aussies are going home. 169 for 7.
Well, it's been Yorkers, it's been the accuracy that has been so impressive. India now have to take this to the Wanderers in Joburg. A different ground, they got used to playing here. The atmosphere, it's like a home game for them. They've enjoyed that. It's really pushed them on to great things.
Harbhajan Baji, no, don't do it. Harbhajan, he's not on the dancing stage. This is the last ball, 20 to win. Mitchell Johnson, new batsman. They're queuing up already at the Wanderers. Pulled away, leg side, it's 4, it doesn't matter, it's India! More importantly, it's India versus Pakistan in the final on Monday. Look at these scenes. What a game of cricket this has been. India batting first, 188 for 5. The Aussies gave it a real go. Falling short, 173 for 7. They were right in it up to the last 4 overs, but it's India. Strong again.
As I said, they will be disappointed, Australia, but I think they'll put it in perspective because India have been outstanding. Every facet of this team has performed when it's needed to. They've been consistent. They made a mess of South Africa the other evening, and they've done the same to Australia. So they're going through to the final, as you said, David, against Pakistan. Can you believe it? Twice in the tournament. The 2 rivals going head to head.
Adrenaline. you wouldn't talk about it. On the field, in the crowd, India at Kingsmead, Durban, which is just like India. The support here has been fantastic. Well, they needed 20 from one delivery.
It's a tad tough. Well, there was a big moment though when who was going to bowl that 16th or 17th over? That final moment when India knew they were going through. They knew what the ball was for, but now they could really celebrate. Whoa, great stuff. 2020 cricket at its best.
He's got a bad elbow. There's the management again, charging onto the field. Go on, son. Go on, big lad. Harbhajan has been thrilling. Real showman, Harbhajan Singh. Even started dancing. Not his strong point, but great scenes. India have been the team. Australia, we knew they'd give it a real go. Hayden, 62 from 47. A good start. Andrew Simons, 43 from 26. And the innings just really fell away when they wanted a push. 173 for 7.
The partnerships were the big ones, Simons and Hayden. That's when India would have been worried. 66 off 37. It could have gone one of two ways at that point. Then Hayden got out. And then just as Hussey got with Simons, a partnership was starting. Then Simons got out. And that was the big blow in the middle order for Australia. But some brilliant bowling, I felt, by India when it mattered. That's the key. It's when it matters in this game.
Well, those are bowling figures. RP Singh, 4 overs, none for 33. And you're right, these don't really tell the story. Srisant, eccentric but outstanding. 4 overs, 1 made and 2 for 12. 2 for Irfan Pathan. Sharma, 3 overs, 2 for 37. Harbhajan Singh, excellent spell of bowling. Off spin, 4 overs, 1 for 24. So the match summary: India winning the toss, batting first, 188 for 5. That man Yuvraj again, 70 in no time. Australia in reply gave it a real shout, 173 for 7. Hayden 62, Simons 43, Gilchrist with 22, Srisant 2 for 12. Wonderful bowling. Harbhajan Singh 1 for 24. They've played their part here. That's been a terrific game, both sides. But it's India who have come through. They've been strong. They were terrific against South Africa, and now they've turned over Australia. Let's join Ravi Shastri down there for the presentation, both captains.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, what you witnessed today is a real humdinger of a match. A match that is worthy of the occasion when you just see the standard and quality exhibited by these players today. So big round of applause for the players from both the teams. And in the end, it was India that held their nerve and made it into the final of the 2020 World Cup. I've got the two gentlemen who were at the helm today. First of all, Adam, terrific game for the occasion. Unfortunate Australia lost, but a great match.
Yeah, amazing spectacle. Obviously the crowd here enjoyed it a great deal, and it's been a very enjoyable tournament all around for us. We've learned as we've gone along, but today just a couple of little moments in the game where India were better than us, and they ran out deserved winners.
Now 188, when you went into the break, you would have thought that it's gettable because the pitch was still good.
Yeah, definitely felt that was within target. We're going to have to bat well. And India, to restrict us, we're going to have to bowl well, and certain bowlers there did a very, very good job. So it's just such a small area of margin for error, and a couple of our shots we just missed out, so that we lacked momentum.
It's always tough when you're chasing 9 runs per over, 9.5 runs per over, but you had things under control till almost the 14th over.
Yeah, that's right. And as I say, just a couple of shots that we just missed, got bowled a couple of times. Perhaps just going across the line a little bit on this wicket where it was coming on quite nice. But look, all credit to India. They bowled straight, they bowled well, they sized up the conditions well. And yeah, it just proves that when you get runs on the board in big games, it is hard to chase down.
You're going to India for 7 matches now after this. You must have thought you're playing in India, in Durban.
That's right. It feels like the tour's started already, but to everywhere around the world, we always find a lot of Indian cricket supporters. They're passionate and they make it a great occasion. And look, we've got a lot of cricket to play against India over the next few months, not just in India, but out in Australia in our summer. So if that's a taste of what's to come, I think everyone's going to be pretty well entertained and happy.
First TT World Cup, what was the experience like?
Yeah, different, bit of a learning curve for every team, but certainly for us, we came off 4 months off. So it's no surprise that India, who have played a lot of cricket out of that tour of India, where their skills are right up to par. They're guys like Yuvraj just hitting the ball out of the park at will. So and their bowlers got some good Yorkers right there. So for us, a bit of a learning curve. We'll be better for the experience, and there's a challenge now. That's a trophy we haven't got. We'll have to try and come back next time and pick it up.
Tough luck, Adam. Well played today, though. Well, MS in the final of a World Cup. How do you feel?
Before I start, Ravi, yesterday I read an article on Cricinfo. It says, according to you, if we go with me, Aussies are the favourite.
Yeah.
I think me and my boys, we proved you wrong. And I think you are happier than us. So that's how it started. And about the World Cup final, I think we never started as the favourites. If you see, nobody expected us to even reach the semi-finals. So I think I'm very glad the way the boys performed. And of course, UV has been outstanding. In the press conference, I said he is the trump card. When the batting area is concerned, he is the man who will make the difference. And I'm glad he responded, and it's a big match. Semi-finals, you expect him to score, and he scored. I think even the bowlers, we never had the bowlers, who are, like Brett Lee or Shante, or persons who are extraordinarily quick, or they just bowled in the right areas. And I knew, I banked on Joginder Sharma. Most of the guys said, he's a bit slow for the Aussies, they will go for runs. I knew they would target him, but one thing for sure, if you had a decent target, if you push the game to the last, it's very hard to score off him also.
Now, what was most noticeable in this tournament, especially the last 3 games, to pull off 3 games like you did back-to-back is unbelievable, was the enjoyment factor. There was no fear amongst the youngsters, which is so refreshing to see.
I never wanted my team to be under any kind of pressure, so in every team meeting I said, guys, we are out there to enjoy. We'll play good cricket, we'll give our 100%, and whatever the outcome is, I don't really care about it. And I think the way the boys have performed throughout the tournament, especially after the match that we lost against New Zealand, I think it's amazing. I think in future also, if they give me the same support, I think we'll win more matches than we lose.
And when you come back to today's game, worthy of the occasion, a semi-final, it was always going to be tight, even though you scored 189.
Well, again, we banked on the start. We thought, our fast bowlers, they've always given us a good start, though this wicket was a bit different. It was not very helpful, but still, I think they bowled very well. And whatever the Aussie openers scored, they were off good balls. They had to innovate, they had to go after the bowlers. It was not like they gave away balls you can easily score off. So I think they were amazing. And in between, Bajji, of course, he has been brilliant throughout the tournament. So I think it's a total team effort. Of course, if you see Yuvraj Singh, he was brilliant.
And even Joginder Singh, that final over, yes, 21 to get, but it's gettable. It's been done before, after you've seen what you did in the last game. So good effort by him.
I just said, look, guy, it's 22 runs. You are a pro at the domestic circuit. It's the same. You are under pressure. The batsman is under more pressure, because Australian team, they have the reputation of winning. So let them do all the things that they need to do. You just bowl to the areas where you want to bowl. Whatever happens, I don't care. Just enjoy the moment.
Pakistan in the final. And your thoughts on that?
Well, I think the crowds will enjoy. I think you cannot really expect more. First 2020 World Cup and the final is played between India and Pakistan. So you can expect a healthy rivalry over there and a tough game of cricket.
Fantastic performance, and you've captained the side beautifully. You've been very cool, and enjoy that final.
Thanks a lot. It's a pleasure.
Well, now the Man of the Match award for an absolutely scintillating innings today. 70 from 30 balls, Yuvraj Singh. And Yuvraj will collect the trophy from Mr. Shane Dem, President KZN Cricket. You'll be just carrying on from where you left in the game against England. Just a rest day in the middle, and you came back and just kept hitting sixes.
Yeah, just wanted to go out there and play positive cricket because, to beat Australia, need runs on the board, and they've been playing well from the first game, so I thought we need to get some runs on the board.
Now, this was one of the best innings of the tournament, and you started off with a 6, and you just went on after that. Did you have any game plan? Did you think you needed 200 on the surface?
No, we never had a any game plan of how many runs we need. We just wanted to have a good start. We had few good overs. I just went there and I just thought that I'm just going to watch the ball and play positive. That's it.
Now your hand, how was your hand? Did it give you any trouble today? And because you went through a fitness test this morning, didn't you?
Yeah, it's a bit sore. I mean, obviously it was a very important game for us. And I'm glad I played the game and came off well. I'm very happy. It's alright. As long as we win, it's fine. Break the ball is cool.
Okay, now the other day, when you met me, you said, I think that was the biggest six, that first one, which I hit. And I said you were just short, you needed some more muscle. Today, 119. That one you sent into the crowd. Must have felt good.
I think more on my bat that was Bradley's pace, because I just timed the ball. And it was just the pace which middled my bat and took away. I just timed it well.
A serious question here, is that bat you're using made of wood or steel?
I don't know. I mean, I'm just happy the way I'm hitting the ball. I just want to carry on like that the rest of the tournament.
And Pakistan for the final?
Yeah, I mean, it's a great India-Pakistan the final. All the world is going to be watching. India-Pakistan it's a huge competition. It's just like a dream for us. India-Pakistan World Cup. Yeah.
Fantastic performance. Yuvraj, go well in the final as well.
Thanks,
terrific entertainment. Well, that's it from the presentation area. Thank you, Durban.
What a thrilling competition this is. Never seen sights like it. The skill of the players for a start, and the joy of the crowds seems to be all over in a flash. We've got another game coming up, would you believe? It's only between Pakistan and India, and I should think they'll be queuing up now. We'll be back after this break.